That way I can make an ass out of myself.
You're gonna make an ass of yourself?
I mean, somebody's got to do it.
Buns.
Oh shit, we are live. I thought I had my starting screen.
Oh no!
I just look over and I have the Twitch tab open. It's like, oh yeah, we're right there. I'm staring right at myself. Hey chat, welcome.
Hello, child.
Hello.
Welcome. We are back, and for the first time ever, well, probably it's the second time ever, 2 weeks in a row, with everybody actually here.
Will this be the third week?
Wait,
No,
no,
'cause
we
we-
always play with everyone here.
Well, no, there was
No,
1 week
wait.
Crimson was sick.
Right, so but definitely not the first time ever.
No, I'm just making a comment that we were
No,
4 people in a
First
row.
time ever when it's 2 weeks in a row.
Oh no, that is
Yeah.
true. That is true.
I think we've had one other.
I got caught on the wrong part of that sentence.
I think we've had one other session where we were together 2 weeks in a row. But life takes its tolls, and that's understandable. And we are not professionals in any means, as you can tell. But welcome everybody, and welcome players. Thank you for joining us. Now, picking up from last week, you all defeated Cuthwain after stabbing him in the neck and having him bleed on the ground, looting his dead corpse and retrieving some very basic items, some plate armor for Crimson, a talking sword for Leela, unearthing and discovering the Book of Spell Scrolls for Kara, and the Limp Key for Crimson. Mei walked away with nothing.
Yeah. I'm just here for the ride.
But you also found a nest of dragon eggs, and after very lengthy discussions and deliberations, you decided to not murder the innocent baby dragon children, and instead take 1 egg with you and leave the others behind. And a unanimous decision after taking a long rest and hearing a mysterious voice that Red and Luna heard, you all decided to book it and get out of the cave. And as you were venturing away from the cave and getting closer and closer to the exit, you noticed that it was very hot. It began to get hotter and hotter and hotter as you exited this cave. So much so that as you neared the entrance, you could see a bright light, which was strange. Because you remember that you entered in later in the night. You entered in a pretty late night. You had your long rest in between. Maybe about an hour or so spent traversing the cave, maybe a little bit more. And you would guesstimate that it would probably be close to morning. Sun should start to rise. But the cave is lit up completely. The entrance to the cave is literally bright as if it was sunshiny in the middle of the afternoon. Only to come out, breath of the cave with the entire bandit camp caught aflame. Not only just by normal flames, but as you can hear, the loud crow, or the loud caw, whatever bird sounds make, of a giant, massive phoenix. As it
And it's not Crimson.
sits atop a ledge, as it stares down at the camp with its wings spread. It looks to your direction, lets out another crow, dashes into the air, and with it takes every ounce of flame that has drifted across the camp and absorbs it, and then bursts and then disappears. You are now left in a burned camp with no sign of life anywhere, toting a dragon egg, and you guys need to decide what you're going to do next.
I'm gonna put the dragon out of the fire so it hatches or cooks up, whatever happens first.
It's not a fire dragon. I'll kill it.
Ah,
There's
really?
also no fire anywhere. The phoenix absorbed all the fire and then exploded and disappeared. So it's just ash and smoke.
I mean, if it's smoke, then something's warm. We can put the egg there. Crispy.
Leela
Well,
can
if you
sit
want-
on it.
I could. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I will probably be the one to incubate it. I am the only one big enough. But also, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, I think we might have more pressing issues.
Yeah. Also, I don't think putting that egg in the flame is very good. And unless you want cooked baby dragon, but also they were in a dank cave. But yeah, also, what the fuck? We're dealing with dragons, and now we're dealing with a phoenix?
There's nothing wrong with that.
My goodness, where are the ogres? The god.
Now, remind me, Crimson, have you talked about this phoenix before? I feel like you've mentioned something about a bird. Oh, are we all turning to look at you like, bro, this is your phoenix? Or do we not
Is your
know that
last
it's
pet?
anything? Yeah, or do we not know that it's anything to do with you? I'll say, I'll let you choose that, Janice.
I mean, Hyon just stares at the phoenix, just.
Well, I think they're just asking, have you mentioned it before, so they know to either look at you or just look at the phoenix is what they're asking.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember if I mentioned it while we were in the campaign, but if the characters themselves have talked before we started the campaign, you know, like talked about their backstory
I'll say
before they
it's up to you.
started.
Just whatever feels more fun to you, a yes or a no.
Yeah, this
I
isn't
mean,
up
I
to
would
you,
say
Bart.
it's fine. It's fine if they did like these backstory discussions with each other, because Hyon wouldn't hide it. Like he would, he is proud to be the follower of Phoenix, so he would probably say it.
Okay, so
He
you
would
do
probably
know.
tell the others that that yes, his patron is a Phoenix. Patron? That's what they call the warlocks things.
Yeah.
Basically.
So is the phoenix helping us? Is this a friend bird or?
I would say it. I would say they were helping us.
But we're not like sure, right? Indeterminable.
I would not take it for granted.
Okay, so guys, I think we have a few choices here. We could go back for the other dragon eggs, maybe fetch the car. It seems like this whole place has been abandoned now. So if we wanted to get the car, we could maybe get all 3 dragon eggs. That might be a possibility. Another possibility is we could go see if there's any loot hanging around the headquarter tents, or if there's any stragglers. Or we could just get the fuck out of here.
I will tell you right now that if there was any loot, it is literally ash.
Hensburn, magic item stone.
Hyon just picks up a.
Neither do coin or gems.
Really? Can you guys still hear me?
We can hear you.
You did cut out there.
So before the USB started beeping, I'm like, Hyon picks up a handful of ash and here, this is your treasure. Do you want some?
Have you ever tried setting fire to gold, Hyon?
Huh?
Yeah.
Repeat that?
Have you ever tried setting fire to gold?
No, because I have common sense and I don't want to burn
Yeah,
gold.
exactly. Common sense. Gold doesn't burn. Let's go see if there's anything.
It doesn't?
Of course it doesn't. It's metal.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, so we can
A lot.
have a wander around just to see if there's any, like... Well, here's a question. Are there any corpses?
Nope. The only thing you can see is
No burnt
burnt buildings, wagons. Like when you were traveling through the cave, since I don't know if you guys remember it, but when you were leaving the cave, there was no corpses. There was no sign of life anywhere.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, they were all just gone.
That
And
is
then-
very strange.
Even right now, you see no signs of life, no corpses, just the burnt bandit camp.
Yeah, poking around just some of the ash of the tents. So all of the buildings are like completely burnt to ash.
Everything is destroyed.
So I'll just kind of like poke around with my rapier, just see like, are there any cups, plates, spearheads, swords, armor, anything?
Anything you do find, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I rolled 21 for my investigation.
I didn't see it pop up.
Oh, I think that is because I haven't
Yeah, it
joined
didn't pop
the
up.
game yet. Yeah, my bad.
You're fine.
All of us?
Yeah, you got to join the session so we can see your rolls.
No, she's asking
No, I
if
mean-
we all need to investigation check.
If you guys want to. I know Red wants to investigate, so letting her roll the investigation is fine. If you don't want to investigate, don't worry about it.
I want to see if I can find something. But my investigation is shit. Let's see.
But as shit as this.
Ah, shit! Hello? Let's go ahead and find us gold here.
I don't think any of you guys have joined the session because I can't see your rolls.
That's weird
What
because
is
I'm
it?
there.
Yeah,
I
me
see
too.
the cart. I see us all on a cart.
I don't see any
didn't do
dice
anything
rolls in the
different.
log.
Do you want me to roll my investigation again?
Let me try refreshing the page.
Let me
let me
refresh
try
it on my
rolling
end too.
again.
Maybe it's on my end.
It's so I just did a test roll, right?
Oh, there it is.
I rolled a 0.
For some reason, it wasn't loading on my end.
Yeah,
Do you
now
see
it's
my
loading.
21?
You can see
Yes,
my 20.
now we see your 21.
You can see my 20?
Yeah, now I
Yes.
see it. All right, so Red, you look through.
What I don't see right now is my new roll.
You see my 0?
Yeah, I see your. You rolled. How do you have -1 on your investigation?
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1 and then I have a -1 on investigation.
Well, you're carrying an egg. You can't see anything.
Yeah,
That's
my
not
new rolls
true.
are not showing. Let me.
I will go
You
for
You
Red
reminded me that
first.
you're carrying an egg.
Yeah.
Red, you look through the camp, and you mainly see dust, debris, a few spearheads that are searing hot and starting to melt. You find 3 gold pieces that are exceedingly hot.
Well, if spearheads, so a little bit of chemistry, if like steel spearheads are starting to melt, the gold will definitely have melted.
Yeah. So basically,
Because
anything you
gold has a lower melting point, much lower.
so you find 3 very melted gold pieces.
Okay.
Eat it.
Well, actually, these are kind of cool. They've like melted together. They're hot though.
Luna,
Eat it.
you find,
Eat it.
as you investigate Luna, you find a very, very charboiled piece of meat.
Oh.
So charboiled that it is literally turning to ash in front of you.
Oh no.
Leela, you see, you don't see
That's
anything.
okay.
You have gone blind. Hyon, you can see slightly better than Leela. That's basically
So
what you guys
slightly less
find.
blind.
You can see like 2 feet in front of you.
This egg.
There's a lot of smoke starting to pile up and billow in throughout the thing. Thankfully, you're in like a ditch like
so I
area.
will say that something is up with my end because until I refresh the page, it's not showing my rolls.
Did you roll
Even after I
again?
restarted the whole thing. Yeah. Like my recent
It's
roll was a
even 9.
13 and it's not there.
That's
Oh.
weird.
D&D is fucking today.
Probably. It's probably D&D Beyond.
It's possible. It keeps popping up with this, what's new in maps? And I keep saying, okay, I get it. Stop telling me.
Yeah, I don't know
Keeps
why.
telling me.
Probably a D&D Beyond thing.
Probably. Gotta make it so fun today, huh?
If anything, you guys will have to just let me know your rolls and be very truthful about it.
I mean,
Roll.
let's try
830.
something. I'm gonna roll now. This is a test roll. It's a 13. It did not show up. Can you refresh your page, DM, and tell me if you see the second 13?
Yeah, I can see it. It's definitely having to reload
Okay,
the page.
So whenever we do a roll, you just reload the page
Oh my
and see
God.
all the rolls, essentially.
You guys can mess with the map. It's just there for flavor right now.
It was an accident. I'm on my a laptop trackpad, so.
So
It's
you guys
painful.
have searched the camp and have found what very little is left. What is your next plan of action?
Wait,
Didn't
can't
we,
leave,
like, pick
because
up-
there's nothing here.
Didn't we like pick up some stuff that belongs to the town and we should bring it back? Didn't we agree
Oh,
to
fuck
that?
up.
We already have that, I believe.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, don't
Yeah.
shouldn't we take it back to them?
Yeah, that's definitely like a good next step, I think, for us to be thinking about. No, for sure.
We could
There's also the
just
question
take
of if we want to. There's also the question of if we want to go back for the other egg, get the cart, go back for the other egg.
There were 2 other eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Eggs.
think the cart can fit 2 more eggs?
And if you guys want to wrangle some baby dragons,
Well, we have 2 carts. This was the.
Yeah,
Well,
we got
it's
2
also
carts.
a case of like the thing is I don't know why they've left their eggs behind. Like everything else is gone, but they've left their egg. It's very bizarre, but I think I would feel better if this cult of evil dragon cult did
Just
not
didn't have them.
just did not have them. Like that would
Yeah.
make me feel better. I don't know about the
that
rest
is
of you.
very true. I am also thinking that we should probably get the other eggs. Hop in, hop out. They are quite deep in
Alright.
there, but there's literally no one around here. We can grab the carts.
Alright then, let's take the treasure back to the owners and grab our cart and come back for the eggs and then be on our merry way.
Well, the eggs first, because the owners are fuck knows where, right?
I
you-
mean the owner of the treasure in the town. Bring
Yeah.
the treasure back to town, give it back to them, then get our cart, since it's next to town, and come back for the eggs.
Your cart is next to the bandit camp, up on a hill.
Yeah, our cart is here.
What about the other cart?
They're both there. You attached both of them as you traveled.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. They're both here.
Okay, fuck the town then, let's get the eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I would feel just better about the thing is we don't need to take responsibility for the eggs. We can find somebody maybe who is better equipped than we are to deal with them. But like I
Trust
say,
the
I just
dragon tamer.
yeah, I just don't know how like good I feel about you know, leaving these eggs behind to be born and do
No, yeah.
God knows what terrible things.
No, yeah,
just
for
stay
sure,
behind?
for sure.
Alright then let's go get the other eggs. If we do have both carts here, it shouldn't be difficult. And let's get the heck out of here.
All right. So that's what
Before
you
the
guys
Other
do.
dragon just decides to come back for the eggs.
All right. So you all travel back into the cave real quickly, and still eerily don't see any life. There is no sign of life. There is no sign of battle of any kind. There's no blood anywhere as you travel through again. You get back to the one area. You can still hear the roper eating the meat in the one cave in the cave.
Aw, how cute.
He sees you guys walk by, he winks at you. And you head back to the cave. You find the 2 dragon eggs still sitting there where you left them with no sign that anybody has touched them. You grab them, you slowly make your way out, and I'm guessing you proceed to your carriage.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to our carts.
You now have 3 dragon eggs.
Yay!
So are you guys going to travel back to Greenest? Are you going to just travel to the nearest city? What's your plan of action?
I guess Greenest would be the next stop, I guess, because there's the monk guy
the
as well
monk.
that we...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And he probably went there as well, because that it was like his apprentice or someone who told us to like help him or something, so...
Yeah.
Damn, I don't remember any of this.
Real. Yeah. Probably we should go back. Tell them that we job done, you know? Found stuff. Job done.
And it might be a good place to ask for advice about what to do with these dragon eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do
So
that.
we went and got the eggs, right? At the end.
Yeah.
Has that happened? Yeah.
Yes,
In that case,
you've
let's
gotten
head
grabbed
back
the
to
eggs.
Greenest.
You've brought them back to the carts, and I'm guessing you placed them nice and firm in the carts.
Yeah, and just for my own peace of mind, as DM, I'm checking my quest log right now. I've pressed the J button to open the journal. We have got we freed the monk's master.
Yes.
We've retrieved the treasures requested for Greenest. There's nothing we've forgotten, right?
There's the one area you didn't
this
explore in the
area.
cave. That was the only thing.
Yeah, but because there's like no quote unquote quests about it, there might have been a
We
chest
still
in
need to
there,
give back
but
the treasure to them.
I'm feeling antsy. I kind of want to leave this place. If I missed the treasure chest, I wouldn't lose sleep over it.
But
Yeah,
currently,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have
In the cave.
currently, as the quest keeper, you have found that the majority of your quests are done. You just got to get back to Greenest, and if you had found any treasures, you can return them or not. It's up to you guys, of course.
DM.
Yes,
We had a long rest. Can I summon back my white tiger?
yes, you can.
Yay!
The MVP.
No, the MVP was the bird.
Yeah, most valuable bird. Yeah, MVP.
Yeah, MBB.
Yeah, but we need.
Now it's the MVT. It's the most valuable tiger.
No,
We need
but
the
the tiger's got to earn that. The bird earned MVP. The tiger has to earn the MVT or MVC.
That's a PVT, possibly.
The tiger
a
needs to
valuable
want the
tiger.
eggs.
Go ahead and add
Okay,
a sticker to the map if you want, Luna, to represent your tiger.
White stickers.
It's the bottom selection on the left.
But I'm the bottom.
That's what happens in the bedroom.
Oh, sticker
Well.
roster. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're ready to depart.
All right. You guys depart
Red
the
will
bandit
drive one of
camp,
the carts again.
and whoever drives as you journey through. It doesn't take you anywhere near as long to get back on the road. There is, again, no signs of anything at all. There are tracks on the road. These are different from the ones you had experienced before. They are deeper and more recent looking. I won't make you investigate that because, again,
Well, which direction are they heading?
currently they're heading. Well, it's a one pathway, so right now you haven't seen much. They're still going along the road, but you get to a point, and it seems like the path diverges, and it seems to be heading north. And as the DM, I don't know if I mentioned it, but something that I should have mentioned is that you did know that the cargo that they were going to be leaving from the camp would be heading north. And that's only because I don't
You know
remember if I
what?
actually mentioned it or not.
If we have general knowledge of the area, do we know what's north of here? Are there any major cities or...
You know that the nearest city is Lutriel. It is the nearest
And that's
city
going north, yeah?
that's going north.
Don't we have a map though? Didn't the
You do not.
the village elder leader, whatever he is, didn't he give us a map?
He did not. At least I
Just
don't
so.
remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember that either.
I remember us
Green
discussing a
is
map.
green
Maybe we just wanted to get a map and he just didn't have one.
I think you might be thinking of the big map of the camp.
Oh, maybe. Maybe that's what I was thinking about.
That's the only one I can think of.
And as you are on this road, dawn breaks, and it's been a couple of hours. And the sun begins to peek through the clouds as it does this, and light begins to shine on you guys. And I want one of you, whoever is positioned with the dragon eggs, I want you to roll me a d4.
I think that's you, Leela.
Are you sure the day started off extremely unlucky for her?
Wait, sorry, what?
Whoever
My audio
is... I want you guys to decide whoever is positioned closest to the dragon eggs to roll
no, I'm just sitting
d4.
with the eggs for sure. A
All right.
D4?
Yep, roll me 1d4, and I'll explain what's going to happen.
Meow meow meow. Meow meow meow. Eh? Oh shit, that was... I accidentally rolled a private die. There we go.
Oh, it actually went through this time. You rolled a 3. The furthest egg from you, Leela, begins to start to shimmer.
Oh.
The black egg that you had taken out of the cave begins to shimmer, shake a little bit, dim, brighten back up, and reveals itself. Well, not reveals itself, it begins to shine, and when that shine fades, the color of the egg shifts. The color of the egg turns blue.
Oh. What do you say?
I want you to do that. I want you to roll 2 more d4s for me real quick.
Is it ripening or something?
2 more, yeah?
Yes. Roll them separately, please.
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
A
The next
4
egg,
and a 1.
the egg closest to the one that just turned blue, turns a bright green.
Oh.
And the last one
Uh-oh.
turns red.
Give me the blue one. I want to hash the blue one.
Green
Yeah, I have a
and
question.
red.
Yep.
How much do we know about Tiamat? We've definitely heard her name.
You know very little. Because you most of what you guys have learned has just been that the cult is dealing with Tiamat in some way. From
Yeah,
my memory is that you've only really know that Tiamat is involved. You don't know exactly what. You probably have heard.
That's all we heard.
We've heard praise Tiamat. That's all.
I mean, if you guys want to do like a history check or a religion check, you can.
Yeah, I think it would be more religion. I think.
It would be.
Would it be?
What is my religion?
Yeah, it would be.
It would be religion because I mean.
With a 21 red.
Tiamat is a god, so yeah, it would be.
Yes.
So Tiamat is considered a god. Okay.
Yeah, dragon god. Yeah.
With red's
Religion.
21.
I know shit.
I can try to roll a religion, but I have a -1 in it.
All right, I have to roll 2.
You're so religious.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
man.
It's the first time I've seen -1s. All right, I'm gonna go in order of lowest to highest. Leela,
see-
you know that most of what Tiamat is just from the legends. 5-headed dragon that was sealed away. That's mostly what you know. Hyon, you know that she was the 5-headed dragon sealed away. She's very powerful from the lore. Luna, kind of the same thing. You do know that she's considerably stronger and that the 5 heads represent each of the 5 represents a different element. For Red, you know that she is a very powerful being. You know...
Oh, now it's working. The rolls.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, it's finally working. You know that she's a 5-headed dragon. You know that she ruled and is considered a god. You know that the 5 heads represent different elements. You know that she commands the dragons. And that she was sealed away a long time ago. But you don't know if what's happening to these dragon eggs is the exact same thing to do with Tiamat.
Yeah, I will say though, with the cultist saying praise Tiamat, it's certainly in my head. So Red is going to voice a theory, which is the same theory I'm having, which is, guys, are these Tiamat's eggs? I don't think they're supposed to change color like that. But they changed into different chromatic colors. What do we have? A red, a green, and a blue?
Yep.
Yeah, red, green, and blue.
If we count black that they started as, we're only missing one.
And that is...
That would be...
Wait, what do you mean one? Didn't you say 5?
White. Yeah, white. White is the one that's missing. Okay, we need to rethink this because this is weird. Does anything else change with the eggs? Are they
just the color?
Like shift, just the color. Oh, God,
the egg itself just shimmered. But you will say it was strange that the eggs were black until the light hit them.
Okay, so DM, can you clarify? Yeah. To clarify.
Clarify.
Did these eggs do a Pokemon and they flashed a couple times and changed color as like a clearly magical effects? Or are we just like squinting, rubbing our eyes and we went, oh, this is actually a red egg. This was a red egg.
They did a sort of Pokemon thing.
Right, okay. Thank you for clarifying that because that's a very different thing. One is a lot more concerning. I mean, I guess we would have to have our eyes tested if...
Yeah, they basically you basically noticed that when the light touched them, it seemed to trigger something in the egg.
And it all happened. They all did it around the same time. Was
it
dawn?
It was pretty much
like
once the light was able to break through the clouds because it was very cloudy. I didn't mention that. So that once the sun was able to break through and the light was able to fully touch them, is when the eggs changed.
How we feeling, gamers?
I don't know. I guess there was a reason why they were kept in the dark.
Yeah, and that makes me think that either they are so smart that they expected us to take the eggs and fall into their traps, or they wanted to keep them in the dark to prevent them from changing color.
What do the colors mean again?
So blue is lightning.
Red is fire.
Red is fire. Green is poison. Black is acid, and white is cold.
Oh,
yeah, but we don't have a black egg anymore.
We have fire, a lightning, and a poison right now, and they are all bad.
What kind of dragons are good?
Chromatic dragons. Metallic dragons. But I don't think you see as many of those.
Oh fuck. Okay.
You're continuing.
Just pulls his book out, just puts a pair of glasses on. According to the history books from my village, colored dragons are bad. Those based on metal are good.
Yeah.
Just basic information.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly. I mean, this is what I've heard as well. I don't know if that's like they're born bad and they're always going to be bad. It could be that Tiamat is bad and she makes them all bad. I don't know what to do. This got a lot scarier, actually. It was already very, very scary, and I think this has made things a little bit scarier.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know what?
Was there a temple?
Hayan just thinks a bit.
Was there a temple? Was that what you said?
Yeah, sorry, I'm letting Hayan speak.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say that Hayan pushes the cart a little bit towards the cave into the shadow.
You guys are already on the road.
Yeah, we're
already?
Yes!
Yeah,
we've been on the road for a while.
wow, I missed it.
Yeah, you've been on the road for a couple hours.
Do we have a
Well,
what's
you
it
aren't
called?
called high on for anything.
Shut up. Do we have a cloth on the carriage?
You do.
Like a roof.
The
Anything we
carriage
can cover
itself,
legs with.
the carriage itself has like a cover on it. You have the back open, so you could probably just close
Okay,
the back.
so Hyon closes the back to see if the lack of light changes the egg's color back to black, or if they are permanently changed to color.
Who's driving the cart?
It takes a bit.
Me.
It takes a bit, but they do
Also
they
them.
do switch back to black eggs when they go back to the darkness.
Oh, they go back to black. That still makes me think. I don't believe black dragon eggs usually do that.
How common knowledge is what the fuck is it called? Wow. Let me just think about this for a bit. I'm thinking about these crystals that change color in when light hits them.
Oh, prisms.
Yeah, like how common knowledge is prisms in this world?
That's like I would say honestly, if you're going with like medieval things, that you're pretty much only scientists are gonna know about like light diffracting rocks and all of that stuff. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Like,
yeah.
As the DM, I'm gonna say it's slightly common knowledge, not like mainstream knowledge. You don't have to be a professor to know about it, but you may have heard of it.
Would you reckon we would know about it?
I would reckon you guys would know about it. In your travels and
There
journeys,
is
you'd
some
probably
jewelry,
seen
for
some
example,
of
like
it.
Opal. Opal is like I would say one of an oil on water. You know that like that are like quite common things or like things that most people will have seen with that effect, even if they don't understand what's causing it. You know what I mean? They know that some surfaces like can change color in direct light, depending on how you look at it.
Okay. Then do you guys think it could be something similar to that? That we might be just paranoid and the eggs just might have these properties that just make light change color or something?
So they always were these color eggs, and they just looked black in darkness.
Exactly, like
It's
weird that
possible.
they change back
I'm
to
not an
black.
expert. I'm certainly no expert on dragon eggs. I would assume though that a red dragon egg wouldn't look black in the dark. I think it would look still red. That would be
Could
my
be
guess. We sensed magic. There wasn't any.
Oh
Because
right.
the thing
no-
is, I mean,
No
the
magic
eggs,
effects on these. Yeah.
you know, the eggs did, you know, shimmer and glow when they turned color. It wasn't just like a change of light.
Yeah,
did-
that's a good point.
Yeah.
It was like a Pokemon style evolution effect. This isn't like we squint and rub our eyes. Hang on, this egg has turned red in the light.
Yeah. Like it
So whatever's
did have an
happening-
effect.
Leela,
Whatever's
did you magic
happening, it
sense these
does
again?
have. They
Yeah, I
do
was
seem
thinking
to
of-
have magic now. We just don't sense
Well,
it.
no, some creatures are just magical by nature. You know, it doesn't mean there's a magic spell cast on them.
Yeah, but wouldn't we sense that magic in them
No,
if they
not
were
necessarily.
magical?
Not necessarily. Like, my detect magic spell wouldn't detect a magic creature, only magic items and spells. I don't know if it's the same for Leela's abilities, but
Mine is that I can it's a location of any spell or magic item.
yeah, a dragon egg, even a normal dragon egg, wouldn't count as either of them, even though normal dragons are still magical creatures.
Okay.
It's a different type of magic spell. There are spells that let you detect creatures and sense them, but they are different spells and they are specific.
As you guys are
Anyone have
traveling
that?
and having these discussions with the egg,
We're still on the way to Greenest.
you can see who's driving. Hyon, you're driving?
Am I driving? Did
I'm
we ever
driving-
decide who's
I'm
driving?
driving one.
We have
Oh,
two
was it Red
carts.
that's driving?
I'm driving one.
Okay.
I
So,
guess I'll drive.
so whoever's driving the carts, you guys can see off in the distance a small group of people coming your way. And as it gets closer and closer, you can see that they're waving a banner with a symbol of greenest.
Okay.
As they get closer, you can hear a familiar voice call out to you. It is Governor Nighthill,
Oh no.
who has rode with a small contingent of soldiers. And as they reach you,
They don't want to pay us.
Is this the fucker man that we hate?
it's the one that Luna kept trying to threaten.
The bitch who didn't want to pay us.
I'm glad to see you're okay. It has been 2 days since we last saw you.
Just doing your dirty work takes time.
Have you heard word? It seems the bandits have headed north.
Yeah, we did see. We were in that camp.
It's good.
And now they're in south. Underground.
Were you able to find any clues about the cult?
We found your missing treasure.
We were just on our way to bring it back, actually.
Do you present him the treasure?
It's in my pocket, so.
What was it worth to you again? What was the reward for this? Good mayor
did
of
promise this.
Greenberg.
They promised 300 gold pieces each.
Okay, that's not so bad.
And currently the worth is...
Like
Let me
2,000
see,
almost.
I have it written down. No, the stuff that we found. String pearls, 300 gold, sapphire, gold sapphire ring, 900 gold, and 6 gems worth 100 G each.
Yeah,
So
like
that
almost
is
2,000.
600. Yeah.
1,800 gold.
Yeah.
So a little bit more if we were to sell them ourselves, but Mr. Matt, do you actually have this money on your possession this time?
We do. We've brought the reward
May
with
we
us.
see it? May we see it?
Uh-huh.
He presents a
You-
bag
you-
worth...
You must forgive us for being twice shy.
He presents the
Yeah,
bag
we do
of
a lot.
gold. He presents 2 different bags of gold. One with 300 extra gold pieces, on top of what you would have made if you were to sell the pearls. So it's 600 gold pieces. And then he also presents 1,800 gold pieces total for... Where was it? Is it the wrong page? That's the wrong page.
Okay, Daddy.
And 1,800 gold pieces... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, and 1,800 gold pieces for the ring.
So what's that in total?
So
2,700.
1,800.
Oh, 2,400. I'll say that's a good profit.
It's not bad. Seems like he's taking it seriously for once this time.
Yeah, 2,400.
And that's not even counting the gemstones we're giving him, so...
Well, the gemstones you can realize were just... He says, the gemstones, I've never seen those from our town at all. You can
Oh.
keep those. It is your rightful
Okay.
reward.
I'm
If you
happy
want.
we can make the trade.
If you want, I can help escort you
That
back to
would
the
be
town.
nice.
Ilanthar
Should we go back to the
arrived
town?
just a day ago with the rest of the others.
Oh, good, the monk.
I was about to ask who?
Dumb.
I assume that's the monk.
The monk, yeah, the monk all the way from chapter 2.
The guy we freed up?
Yes.
Yeah.
He arrived with the other prisoner, the other prisoners.
Is his little friend happy?
He doesn't know.
He was the one who asked us to get that guy.
He's not with.
I know. I'm asking you, Mr. Mayor.
I haven't spoken to them yet. We rode off as soon as he arrived, and told us the direction to head.
Pass on our best. What about the other prisoners? Did they all get out okay?
They seemed worse for wear, but they seem to be doing better. Again, we left right after they arrived. He told us that you might have been in danger, so we did our best to gather what men we could.
That's an understatement.
Oh, and you actually came?
We were hoping
Plus
to help.
1 rep.
Hiya will remember this.
And it is a small contingent of soldiers. They did their best to mount up what they could to keep it. It's Night Hill and maybe about 7 other soldiers.
They did get their butts pounded.
Yeah, most of them still look weary, but they were the ones that were able to come. So he...
Okay.
Just an advice, next time try to get more soldiers, because you guys would have been wiped off the face of the earth if you did arrive on time.
I was hoping to get reinforcements, but that did not seem to happen today.
Well,
That's
seeing as,
useful knowledge.
seeing as we have made good friends again, with your generous rewards and good news and coming to help us, Mr. Mayor,
And I can't stab him.
do you have any holy men or women in your troop or back in Greenus that we may consult about a delicate matter regarding the cult?
I know a Lanthar would probably be the best one. He knows more about the cult than I do.
Is he back in Greenest?
He is, currently. He did mention, as we were heading off, that he might be heading north. To Luttrell.
Luttrell, okay.
But the last I
And
know,
Wilson-
he was in Greenest with the rest of the monks.
Well, if we head to Lantrell, if he's still in Greenest when you return, could you send him our way? With news that it is a... I look at my group and say, a pretty pressing matter, wouldn't we all say? Wouldn't we all agree that we need to speak to somebody who knows stuff about this cult?
Tell him he'll understand.
He'll understand when he sees what we have.
So you wish to head up straight to Luttrell?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, if he
that's-
was thinking of going that way
Would be
anyway,
perfect.
it would seem foolish for us to head back to Greenest and then we find that he's already set off. You know, if he's thinking of going to Lantrell anyway, that's probably where we're
Can
heading.
meet up there.
Yeah, we can meet him there.
He strokes his beard.
You can find them.
You have a point. Very well. Me and my med will head back. And if Alanthar is not left, we will tell him that you are heading north to Luttrell.
Yeah, and we wish to consult with him urgently.
Of course. I will relay the message. So he and his men quickly rally, travel forth, and turn back to head back to Greenest. As you all depart towards Luttrell, the city, and it takes a few days to travel. It is a very long travel. It takes a couple of days, almost a whole week, to travel to get to there. Very little
That's
happens.
a good question. You say it take... Okay, good point. You said these eggs look about a week away from hatching. What do we observe over the course of this week?
Have you done anything
Also,
to
I
keep
wanna-
them warm?
I think we shouldn't. Actually, can we discuss that before we
Yeah.
time skip?
Yeah, we'll,
Yeah,
we'll go
also,
back to the
wait.
point where where the Night Hill has left you. We'll leave it there, and you guys can discuss.
Yeah. Also, everyone adds 600 to your gold as well, because that's how much we got. We got the 2400 and divided by 4, that is 600, so we can
And
add
you still have
600.
that extra 600 of gems, right?
Yes, you
Yes.
still do.
Yeah, feel free to hold on to them.
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
Gold, here it is. I was searching for my gold.
I've got almost 1,000 gold. I'm so happy we're heading to the
Same.
city. If we get to the
Same,
city
huh?
and it is burnt to the ground, I'm gonna be so mad because I feel like my character hasn't had a bath in a month.
Yeah.
Although I will say that it's extremely weird that he was willing to pay almost 2,000 gold for that single ring.
Yeah, there's probably more to the story there than we're being told, you know, but at the end of the day, I don't think we would have
Gold
been
is
able to
gold.
get that much. Yeah, gold is gold, and Just if it's got sentimental value to a very rich person, we don't know what rich person, right? He does.
I just
So-
wonder if it was something magical we could have used. But we'll never know.
I think we checked those items for
Did we?
magic because
I don't think you
so.
did, but I'm just gonna go
I think
based
we
off
just
of the
checked
fact
for
that you
the,
guys did
like-
2 different detect magic spells,
Yeah,
and I didn't
yeah,
mention
we
it.
was-
They're not magical. It's just
Yeah,
sentimental.
we would have
Okay.
known because when Leela's pinged off
Yeah.
her things, it would have flagged it. It would have flagged it up.
But did we already
Yeah.
have them at that point?
Yes.
We did.
Yes.
Okay. Then.
But no,
okay.
Hyon, I would assume it's probably just some like family heirloom from a rich family, and they would be willing to pay more than the gold and jewels are worth to get it back. You know, that seems like a fairly reasonable assumption.
Hyon just looks to the side. I'll never understand rich people.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, you never
know,
understand rich people. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll never understand rich people as the rich person stares at him.
No.
Well, formerly rich.
Like Hyon just shrugs. Like I came from a fairly balanced family. I don't understand why something has to be that expensive.
Yeah,
came from a
balanced
too.
family. Yeah.
So you all discuss what you're going to do before heading north.
Yeah. Thank you, DM.
Right. I think I definitely want to keep the eggs covered. Like throw
Yeah,
like a
I
blanket
think
on
so.
them.
I think we keep
Good
them
thing we
covered
don't-
and we keep them cool and try
Good
to
thing we
delay
don't
the
go
process
to-
as much as possible.
I think so.
We probably
yeah, that
should
would be good.
avoid any cities outside of that place that we're going to, just in case they hatch on the way.
I mean, there wasn't
Yeah.
anything anyways. The whatever the city name was, that was the closest one. So it's just
Hyon has a
anything,
very
villages?
good point, though. If we bring 3 dragon eggs into a city that hatch and then fly out of control and start setting fire to the buildings, that's like terrorism that we
I would love
just
to
done.
see that. Excuse me, I would love to see that. Thank you.
And that's not even
Let's
counting
go
if the
for a
mother
village.
comes for us.
That's the kind of thing I think we could maybe get put in jail for the rest of our lives, if not executed.
I mean,
think
we can
that's- I
blow a
think-
hole in the wall.
Like,
no,
when we get to the
no,
city-
that's also terrorism. I'm trying to avoid that.
I mean,
Yeah,
at
when
that
we
point,
get to
if I have to be marked as a terrorist or die, I'll rather be marked as a terrorist. I have
Right,
things to
but we
do.
don't. Yeah, but the thing is, Hyon, let's just think logically a second and realize, hang on, we don't have to do either of those. It's not a
I mean,
choice.
that's what I'm saying. Let's avoid the
Let's
the
avoid both
city
of
with
them.
the eggs.
Well, no, because we need to go to the city. I think we just don't bring the eggs into the city.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, we can hide it in the forest nearby, and when
yeah,
what's his name comes in, we just take him to the eggs.
yeah, I agree. And I think we probably, as much as I would love a warm, comfortable bed and well, I can probably have a shower in it without staying the night, but I think we stay with the eggs as well. If anything happens with these things, we need to be there when it does.
Mhm.
Especially if the mother comes after us.
Well, if that happens, I'm gonna run.
Yep.
No. I mean, if the mother comes after us, we definitely don't want them in the city.
Oh, I see. 100% agree. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, we should have thought this through a lot better, huh?
Well, I was really hoping. Yeah, and going to a city next was. I was thinking we were going to go back to Greenest and then, like, at least the stakes were lower.
I mean, you
Yes,
can.
and then-
You can go back to Greenest.
Well,
Greenest had enough with
it's
dragons
a bit
already.
I think it's a bit pointless, to be honest, because
It's a waste of time.
It does feel like a waste of time. We're just spinning our wheels at that point, and we do literally have ticking eggs that we are sitting on top of. Like, if the good thing about a city is a lot of people in cities, the temples in cities, there might be people who can help us and know what to do. There may be, you know, famous heroes at the city that we can delegate the task to. You know,
Yeah.
there's.
The less time we waste, the better it is.
I agree. I just think we don't bring the eggs into the city.
Yeah, we leave it outside, and then we go in with the normal cart that doesn't have any eggs in it, right?
Yeah, here's a question. Do you think, like, you know, like, cages? Like, metal cages that they keep, like, dangerous animals in? Have you seen those? Me and Lily went to a circus once, and they had some cool things in cages.
Yeah, they used to keep me in a cage.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
No, so do you think baby dragons would be able to, like, blast their way out of one of those? Because
Maybe
if we
if the-
leave...
Maybe if the cage has like anti-magic property.
I don't think we can afford that. I'm just thinking, if we get to town, maybe we could buy a cage and put the eggs in the cage, and it might buy us some time at least.
Possible.
But yeah, DM, to answer the question, I think we are heading to Greenest, and we're keeping the eggs covered and cool.
Greenest?
I forget the name of the city.
The other city that started
Latrell.
with L, I think.
Lululala.
Elturel. I'm just making the E silent, so it's Latrell.
Labubu! We're heading to Labubu town. Labubuville.
I fucking hate Labubus. Oh my god.
Me too! They're so ugly!
They're so ugly! Yeah, they're so
What is a
ugly,
Labubu?
bro.
It's a fad. It's like a little doll, like a Funko Pop, but it's
Yeah, it's
K-pop
a-
stars, like.
It's
Oh.
a blind box. It's a blind box doll, and they're so fucking ugly. They're so cute. No, they're fucking ugly and they're stupid, and I don't like them. I hate them. There's so many cuter ones.
Such
There's so
a
many
hater.
cuter ones. I am number one Labubu hater. Fuck those things. Oh my god. Anyways.
Are we talking about? Let me post it in chat. In this? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. Fuck those things. They're so ugly.
Outside of the mouth, they're kind of cute. The mouth
So you
is the only thing
guys
that
will
looks
travel through.
DM.
You guys will travel through. From my understanding, is you won't really keep the eggs warm. You'll keep them with the sun from sunlight, but you won't nestle them as if you're trying to hatch them. You're just trying to keep them
Oh
stable.
no, we are not trying to hatch these fucking things. We'll
Okay.
slow them down as much as possible.
Okay.
We
I just
wanted
need to make
but
sure.
Not anymore.
As you travel, you encounter some things. I won't make you fight for this because fuck random encounters. You encounter some wolves. You easily dispatch them as you're traveling. Encounter maybe a goblin or two. Nothing much that you guys can't handle.
Between the ice.
As Luna
What were you
continuously
saying,
boasts her awesome shots. And finally, after about a week's worth of travel, you arrive at the gates of Latrell. It is a very it's an orderly city overlooking the river Kinthar. You know, it is filled with merchants, river traders. It's a market hub. That's what you know. It is
Okay,
also
that sounds
surrounded
awesome.
and protected by a magical barrier
Ooh.
that
What do
you
know
know
about
can inflicts pain on the undead.
that? Ooh.
And you can see it glowing up top, covering the city.
That's cool. Any reactions from the eggs as we get close to that barrier?
No, the eggs have been pretty silent. They've moved a little bit, but nothing that's signified that they're about to hatch.
Imagine if the
Arthur.
eggs were undead dragons.
Imagine being born undead. That must suck. Like, bro didn't even get to live the first time. Are there any guards nearby, like along the walls or like at checkpoints before heading into the city?
There are guards stationed throughout, usually helping check in travelers, merchants. You can see guards lined along the city walls.
We're definitely not bringing these eggs through any checkpoints.
No, fuck no.
Again, that could get us in a lot of trouble. But also, I don't think we want it. Is there any reason for us to hide that we have these? We're not. We're trying to. Okay, how do you guys see this? I see this as that we have possession of 3 bombs that we are trying to dispose.
Feels like if they have any clue on whether or not these are dragon eggs, then that's going to be a lot of drama on our head that we might not want. And if they are not welcoming to dragon eggs, which I'm presuming they're not, we might have a fight on our hands.
You could try to deceive
Why
them.
would we fight?
Because
No,
they might
like-
think we're part of the cult for
Right,
having
but we
the
can
eggs on us.
We can explain that we got them from the cult and we're looking for assistance in dealing with them, which is true. That's literally true.
Okay, and if they ask us to prove it, how do you intend to prove it?
I say we step away from the cart with the eggs and say all yours. Like, I think Dragon Cult members would be protective of their free RGB glowing fucking eggs. Like,
True.
And yet we have them because they abandoned
yeah,
the
we
eggs
have
there.
them. I listen. I don't know what's happening with that, but hey, if they think we're part of the cult, sod it. We can go in for questioning. We can prove that we're not, right? We have word from Greenest.
Who knows when the guy will get here?
But I think I feel like hiding the fact that we have these eggs might cause us more problems than solve. Because we're not trying. I don't think we're actually trying to hide these at all. I think we need help with them.
I will say, as the DM, you guys do have other cargo that you can use to conceal them. You still have you still have the stuff from the start of the campaign.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
wouldn't they check the entire cart if they check
Again,
the cart?
that's gonna get us. If they check the cart and find concealed dragon eggs, that's when we're gonna get in fucking lots of trouble because that's cult behavior. Trying to smuggle dragon eggs into the city, that is.
Yeah, like
cultish.
why are you trying to
Handing
hide
them
it? Yada,
over at the
yada.
checkpoint, however, is not cult behavior.
But are there any eggs in the world that are similar of size, or are the dragon eggs the only things that are this big?
I have no idea. That would be for an expert. That's what we're trying to get
Expert,
anyway. You know, is there any benefit to us trying to hide these things? I can't see one.
Oh, that was just a general question, like to the DM, like, is there anything that is common
You would know,
knowledge?
as living in this world, that there are large creatures that could probably lay eggs this size. You don't know currently offhand, but you would know that there are large creatures that may or may not lay eggs of this size.
So
It's
we
a good
could
point. We
say
don't
that it's
actually
not
know
a
that they're
dragon
dragon.
egg, but they would ask what kind of creature.
And what the hell would we say? And
That's
why
why
would
that's why I'm
would
saying,
we-
like,
Ion, can you give me one good reason why we would lie about these eggs?
so they don't think that we are cultists.
Right. Hiding the fact that we have these eggs is the most cultist-like behavior that we could do.
I mean, we're not hiding it.
That's what I'm saying. I say we go up to the guard and say, hey, we've got 3 dragon eggs. We need help.
I will say this quickly as a DM to help you guys along. You know that the cult isn't super well known by most of the people.
In that case, it's probably a really good idea if we report it, especially if they headed this direction. They need to know about this.
Yeah, because if the cult is headed north and we also went north, this city is probably their next target now.
It could be,
It's
yeah. If they went
gonna-
after Greenest.
Yeah, it's
They might not
It-
even have heard about the attack on Greenest yet.
yeah. So we should definitely at least tell them that here's what happened with Greenest, and it's possible that they're heading this way.
Ian, I have a question, and I mean this with absolutely no, bad intentions, and I have no mean to offend whatsoever. But are you like a criminal? Are you? Are you trying to hide from the guards or something?
No, of course not.
Because
Do I look like a criminal with this fantastic
You-
hair of mine?
Yes.
No, but you seem really
I take offense
opposed
to
to
that
us
one.
being upfront with the guards. Like, I don't know where that's coming from. If you've maybe led a life on the run or outside of the law or something, like, I can respect that if it's true, but I personally
I'm
have
just looking
no
at our
reason to
options.
mistrust the guards or hide things from them.
I'm just looking at our options.
Okay. Well, what do
That's
the
all.
others think? What do the others think? Leela and Luna, what do you guys think we should do?
Okay, so I think I mean I think we should find out if the guy is here, right? The guy who could potentially help us with
The
the
monk?
eggs,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. In any case, well, we should definitely tell the guards that they could have to start dealing with a bunch of bullshit coming their way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried that if we do tell them about the eggs, they might tell us to fuck off, because they might correlate the people coming here. If you warn them, they might connect the eggs to the cult and be like, oh, they're coming after you, so if you guys leave, we are also safe, which is, obviously not true, but, guard logic, right?
I guess
They
we
don't
are
just
assuming
get
that these
started.
guards are going to be complete idiots who just want to arrest and attack us at
Can you
any
blame us
provocation.
after greenest?
A greenest? That's a good point. Greenest was a little bit frustrating, but I feel like we eventually smooth things over with the mayor. Like, he seemed a lot more agreeable with us the second
It's
time.
because
we
I
met him.
keep getting my
Yeah.
arrows in his butt.
It's almost like the DM
Yeah.
improved slightly on their roleplay ability.
I think it would still be a good idea to tell them that we have, that we have these eggs, and we know somebody who's supposed to be here that could possibly help us, right?
Mhm.
With these eggs.
Should
I
we
think
ask
it
for
would
help
be-
in containing the eggs? They might be able to provide us with cages or
That is
something
true.
like
We
this.
should definitely ask for help in containing the eggs. Hi, honey.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I stay here. I'm in the middle.
Hi,
of the session.
Marcus.
So are you guys
Yeah.
approaching the town? Or are you?
I
Weren't
would
we
like
approaching as we were
to-
talking?
Yeah, but I think it would be good if we come to an agreement on what we want to do before we, because
Yeah.
Well, that's
Because
what I
I do
mean. Like,
think
if you're approaching the
it's a good
town, I'm gonna have to trigger some stuff. If you're
Yeah.
Staying far away, discuss.
We'll pull over on the road so we can finish this conversation.
Yeah. Because I do think it's a good
Because
idea
Luna's
to.
not even had a say yet.
Yeah, that is true. But I think it is a good idea to potentially ask them for help in containing the eggs if they perchance have a cage of sorts, right? That would be really good, and yeah, I do agree in like letting them know about stuff, because yeah, if it I do agree that hiding the eggs is a very cult behavior, right? Like literally trying to
Yeah.
smuggle bombs into a city, essentially.
Yeah.
But if
I'm
you
gonna-
have them
I
over,
could
be
just
like,
see it
"Hey, we have
backfiring
this."
so much. I could just see it backfiring so much.
I'm gonna be back
Yeah.
real quick, you guys. I need to step away for a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's burn down the village! Let's burn down the village! The DM is gone!
I mean, I guess
either
this is a
way.
question. Does anyone actually want to, like not want to hand these eggs over? Or is anyone on the, like, no, they're our eggs, we raise them, or any of this? I'm very
I'm
much
still-
of an opinion.
I'm
Go on,
still
Lena.
on the team of trying to raise them, cause yeah, having dragons on our side will be cool.
Yeah, I was more on board with that until they started changing colors like Tiamat. That's
Come
really
on, that's
freak-
just lead the colors.
It's real. I can't lie, Luna. It's really freaking me out. I think we're way in over our heads here.
That's
the
color
real question here-
discrimination.
Real questionnaire: who would handle them better? Our
Me,
team
steamer.
or a city of guards who might just die the moment they hatch? Because if we hand them over, the eggs hatch and go berserk, and the guards can't handle it, we'll have 3 chromatic dragons flying around and wreaking havoc.
All right, I'm back.
But if they hatch and we can handle them. We can handle them before they wreak havoc. But if we're not there and they hatch and they kill the guards, there will be nobody to prevent them from wreaking havoc. And
Well, we don't have to
Probably-
leave the guards alone with them. We can. I don't think we're gonna just drop them on their doorstep and ditch. Like,
I am willing to stay.
I mean, as
behind.
long as we pick it back up and just take it with us afterwards, then
I mean,
all
yeah,
good.
like,
Just don't leave them in the city, because if we just
yeah,
leave
I
it with
agree.
them
We're not-
permanently,
no, I mean, yeah,
I think we're
I'm-
definitely still doing the leave them on the outskirts of town plan. Ideally in cages, if possible.
Yeah, it's exactly like if we can get containers from the guards, we can leave the eggs. We can put the eggs in cage outside of city. I sit on cage, watch egg.
Yeah. and the guards knowing that there are 3 potential dragons will help them massively if 3 dragons do show
Prepare.
up. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. They may have protocols with this. Plus, keep in mind, they're not going to be world-ending, like, all-destroying dragons. They will be freshly hatched baby dragons.
They will be babies.
Yeah.
I mean, that depends if
I
the
am
guards are
willing-
good at fighting or not.
I am willing to
best
stay
we can do,
behind with the eggs, in case anything goes awry.
Yeah, you don't want to come into town and do shopping. You can take turns.
I would like to
Stay
do some
behind with
shopping.
Yasha. Just because, you know, be safe.
Who's Yasha?
I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. I sniffed some of Hayon's materials. Oh, I'm sorry.
I like it. I like when you sniff my materials.
have you-
Hayon's
So have you guys made your decision?
My leaf blades.
Well, okay.
Yeah, so me
I
and
think-
Luna will stay behind at first, and then we can switch, so we can also do some shopping.
Yeah. Okay, so let me lay out a plan, and if anybody is directly opposed, just say it now. Okay, so
Nay.
we pull our carts up somewhere away from the city. Luna and Leela remain to guard the eggs. Me and Hyon go into town. We tell the guards the whole story, just the whole story, all of it, the full truth, everything from the attack on Greenest to us going to do the job in the cave, finding the eggs, to right now, right? That we are looking for help in containing and dealing with potential free baby dragon eggs. We are looking for advice from potentially somebody who knows a lot about this cult, telling them about the cult and the danger that they possess, and then just basically seeing what the guards do. If they do act like psychos and call us cultists, then we'll deal with that. Otherwise, we just follow with the plan, which is do a bit of shopping and find some help for the eggs, to deal with the eggs, right?
Shall
Is
we make
anybody
a
opposed
shopping
to
list?
that plan?
No.
Since we're doing the shopping, we might as well make a list of what we need so we can just gather them all.
I think it's usually better to just see what shops have, because if you can write on a list, it's a generic item. A market town like this will have everything you can think of. It's the items you don't think of, like the magic items and stuff, that are the most interesting.
Anyone interested in anything that we should be on the lookout for that might be magical?
I would just like to browse, I think.
Yeah. Magic
Oh.
shops never have the same inventory, so you can't really pre-plan these things.
Okay,
But anyway,
they
hang
don't?
on, answer the question. Are you opposed to the plan?
I'm not opposed to it. It's a double-edged sword either way, because either way we look at it, they can just brand us as cultists and we can
Yeah.
have a fight on our hand. So no matter
But
how we
there's
go
nothing-
at it,
Yeah, you are right. That could happen, and if it happens, we'll just have to deal with it. I think it's a risk worth taking.
I mean, we don't have any other choice. We could also just wait outside here for what's his name. But that would mean that we can't go in, we can't take a shower, we can't do shopping.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
can't find a expert on these eggs.
Do we know anything about this town? Do we know that the guards are is it common knowledge that the guards in this town are just absolute psycho freaks who just if you sneeze they lock you up?
You know it's a merchant town that's about it. The guards seem,
Okay. I'm
from
just
what you
gonna
can
show-
see currently, because you are close enough to the town, I'll let you guys have the look. They don't seem to be thoroughly checking each of the carriages. They seem to be looking at passes. You see occasionally the guard will look in and close it. They don't seem to be super thorough. And they don't seem to be, you know... It seems to be like a normal town as if nothing has happened so far.
Yeah, they're not on alert or anything.
Well,
I mean,
that
if we
means
wanted to
that
get
the
the
cult
eggs
was
in,
right.
it seems like it would be easy, but again, I just think that's way too big a risk, especially for the people who live here, more than us.
Yeah, we definitely should not take the eggs inside. That would
I agree.
be...
I agree.
We can take it up to them so they can look at it as we talk about the eggs, so
Yeah,
they
we could do that.
can
we could do
gauge
that.
the danger, and then we take
Yeah,
them
so
to
we
the
don't look
side.
crazy when we say we've got 3 dragon eggs, and they're like, okay, buddy, if we've got 3 fucking giant eggs that change color in the light, I think they're gonna take us a bit more seriously.
Exactly. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they don't try attacking the eggs, because God knows what happens then.
Yeah, we don't know. The thing is like, I think we had our chance to smash the eggs a week ago in the cave. These things are ready to pop. I think if you hit them, baby dragons are gonna come out.
I
Angry
will
baby
say
dragons.
that in your travel, since you took them, it doesn't seem like much has changed about them.
That is
Oh,
good.
interesting.
for now.
Well, still, I think it's dangerous to hit them.
So how long have we been?
It's been 1 week traveling.
Oh, that
Well,
means I am
maybe,
attuned
maybe.
to my sword. Haha.
Oh yeah, the sword.
That's true. And technically the book too.
Yay!
Well,
Oh, the book
doesn't-
too.
I
The
don't
book
think
was
the book.
24 hours.
Yeah,
I'm
most
also
magic
attuned to my
items-
flaccid key.
And the limp skeleton key is now rock hard.
This
most
is a
magic
new one.
items are 1 day by default, unless it like specifies like the sword.
For the sword, I just put a week because it didn't actually specify. So, but yeah, it's been a week, so the
but
sword's now
by
active for you.
default, by default, it's a day.
Make sure to attune to it in the actual D&D Beyond.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was hovering over it.
So, again, have you
Yeah.
you guys?
We have a plan. We now have a plan that we all agree to, and we are going up to the guards.
So you're splitting up or you're staying together?
Hold on. Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
Yasha.
Hold on. Hold on.
We
Hold
had a
on. Hold on.
plan.
Wait. No. We have a plan. We have a plan. However, since I'm now attuned to the sword, I can do detect thoughts.
Oh, okay.
What does detect thoughts do again?
What? Oh,
What is detect thoughts?
Oh, detect
Uh,
thoughts on the eggs. Okay, you
Yeah.
have wanted to do that.
I
That
can
is
read
pretty
the
good.
thoughts of certain creatures. Yeah.
I love how excited Leo is.
Would
Listen, I'm so excited.
would
If a creature has an
a
intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected. So we'll see.
would an unborn
Uh,
creature be able to speak?
They're dragons.
I mean, they
Yeah,
would have thoughts.
I don't
they
know
are
enough
magical
about
creatures.
dragons. I mean, that's a good. I don't know if newborn dragons can speak. I actually don't know. I know they can when they get old. Like old dragons, 100% can speak.
Exactly.
They're intelligent, but
Or,
I mean,
it's dragons.
I could do detect evil and good.
yeah. So
You
that
can do
doesn't
both.
tell you. Yeah, sure. So that spell is
Yeah,
a
wait,
bit
I'm
like.
reading.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you
Yeah.
if something's evil or good. It kind of detects the presence of like undead or demons, for example. That
Oh,
might
that
not
is
be.
true, yeah.
The thing is, though, is Tiamat is an evil god, and if these are, if these are her
If these are
babies, they
Tiamat's
might
eggs, then
ping.
they are
Yeah,
probably
they,
evil.
yeah, they
Might
could
ping
definitely
evil,
ping.
right?
Yeah. Like it tells
Okay.
us a lot. If they do ping, it tells us a lot about what we're dealing with.
Oh, go ahead.
So
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I am
Detect-
detecting thoughts on the eggs. Because I can now do that, and that is so fun.
Let me roll for this. Just a personal thing for myself to. Okay. You detect something. It's
Oh no.
it's not malevolent. It's like an unborn, like a newborn baby. The thoughts you were detecting from whichever egg you're trying to detect, it seems innocent.
Oh.
It seems as if it is a blank slate.
Oh, wow. Leela, are you sure?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from it.
Okay, I think that actually does change things.
Because if they're a blank slate, if they're a blank slate, then we could have a chance to
Yeah,
meet them with kindness and teach them.
definitely. Because the thing is like, the whole guard plan, the whole seeking help with them plan, that almost certainly ends with these eggs being killed, right?
Right.
It likely will end with the eggs being destroyed.
Yeah. Like, that might have been, if they were, I mean, to be fair, I think it was better to be on the safe side when we didn't know, right? Because these eggs could be anything. The fact that they change colors is scary.
Very.
Yeah. But knowing this now, if you're saying it, Leela, I trust you.
Yeah, I am fairly certain.
I mean, that's as good as we've got, right, guys? How do you feel about it? Does that change the plan for anyone else?
I mean, we can always just leave them on the outskirts of town and just go into town without saying anything. Since we don't tell them anything, they can't say that we're hiding it or lying it.
Yeah.
They just never asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think basically we do the similar stuff, but we don't tell the guards now.
Yeah, we don't tell them about the eggs. Still, I think
Probably best not to take them into town, just in case.
yeah, still shouldn't take them in, but I think still me and Luna, we should stay behind, be with the eggs, just in case. Even if, someone comes snooping around an abandoned
Exactly,
cart, right?
exactly. And also, if one of them hatches and nobody's around, who knows what it will do? It could fly off.
Yeah, but maybe since
Cause
they
all kinds of
are,
problems.
since I did get such an innocent reading on them, it would be good to, in case they happen to hatch, though I don't notice much difference, but if
We're
they
in
happen to
uncharted
hatch,
territory here.
yeah, if it does happen, it's good if we are there to meet them and
I
stuff.
agree.
Yeah, so we will stay behind still. I think it's still good to warn the guards about
the cult. Agree.
the
Yeah,
possible
cult
cult
is-
threat. Yes, but I think
Definitely agree with that.
we hold off on the eggs for now, because I wouldn't want them to get destroyed.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in a similar position not too long ago.
Hmm. Then that's the plan.
Okay. Alright, Hyan, let's go into town.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we will look for is there a forest on the outskirts of town or something along those lines? Yeah.
There is. It's similar to what you've had. Most of it is forest with the pathway, like most long treks are. As you get closer to the city, there were some towns, some small villages, but for the most part, it all seems to be heavily forested, especially the current area as it got closer to the town. There is easily a spot where you can have the one cart with Luna and Leela as they part off to go into the forest and hide with the dragon eggs as you and Hyan go into the city.
Awesome.
So we take one of the carts with us and the other one we leave with the eggs.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Teamwork. Cool. So yeah, we'll let the guards know, by the way, about the attack on Greener. So as we're approaching the checkpoint, I'll hail one of the guards.
As you approach the checkpoint, you hail one of the guards, and he starts to move toward you. And then in the distance you can hear, "Hail, friend!" The guard stops. and he gets patted on the shoulders. You see Leosin, Elanthar, the monk, tap the shoulder of the guard and say, "In motion," and the guard steps back.
Oh, hello. How's he looking? Is he looking better? This guy was like a skeleton when we last saw him, right?
He still looks.
Now he's just a chunky boy.
He looks as if he's gained 600 pounds.
Yeah. He's been eating nothing but Burger King this whole time. That's what I would do.
Well,
You can still see some scars, but they've started to heal up for whatever a week's worth of scar healing would do. He's
But not, yeah.
he's not 100%, but he's a lot better.
Oh, good. Glad to see you're looking better, friends. And that you
Indeed.
made it out safe.
Thank you for helping me. And sorry
Yeah, no problem.
for the trouble I've caused.
It's okay. You were in a delirious condition. I don't blame you for. I don't blame you for that.
I'm glad you've all have arrived. Ill tidings have gone wind.
Yeah, we were actually just about to let these guards know about the attack on Greenest and the cult. Are they aware? Have you already passed on the
Quiet.
message?
He motions to quiet down. Sorry, I thought you could hear my shh, but I guess not. He motions for you to quiet down, to not mention that.
Oh shit. Conspiracy time, let's go.
It is not common
What?
knowledge that has happened. Most of it seems to have escaped this town. I have some
Should we
friends
tell them?
here. No, it seems they have moved further north. Seems they've been heading with a caravan of merchants towards Baldur's Gate.
Oh. Activation.
It seems
Yeah,
I have
Karlach,
some friends. I have some acquaintances I would like you to meet. You and your companions.
we also have 3 new acquaintances we would like
Yes.
you to meet first.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of urgent.
Yeah, would you follow us back to our car? We have something we need to show you.
You can see in the distance some of the other monks start to approach him. And he waves them.
Yeah,
And
just
they-
leave for now.
The other monks kind of step back and head backwards as they see this. Very well.
Feeling better?
So he follows you back to the other cart, I'm assuming, is where you're going.
Yeah, we're going back to the car.
So you escort Leosin back to the other cart where you have left it. And what do you guys do?
Well, I pull away the curtain and Hyan is like, I present to you our new friends, Red, Blue, and Green. No association with pockets or monsters.
I will say it is dark.
It's already dark.
You have gotten to this town near the end of the night. So currently when you open the thinking to reveal the eggs in their brightly colored light, they are pitch black.
Oh.
Can you cast light or whatever your skill
I
is?
can try casting light. We'll find out if it works or not. They might need sunlight.
Well,
Yeah,
do you
it's the magical
explain to
light.
him? Do you explain to him anything?
Yeah, well, I think more. I think before any of this, we pull a tarp off 3 dragon eggs, and this dude's gonna shit his pants.
Dragon eggs. Why would you bring them here?
Well, they were
No.
left unguarded.
More importantly, why were they? Where did you find these?
We found
In the
them
cave.
in the cave.
You know that cave that they kept taking.
You found them in the
sacrifices
hatchery.
in?
In the hatchery, yes.
Yeah.
They hadn't taken them.
No.
Oh,
In
they're
fact,
pretty much
took,
abandoned,
they
then.
took damn near every single other thing in that camp except these 3
Rezimir
eggs.
leaving the eggs is a strange sign.
Yeah, I'm not sure I trust it, to be perfectly honest. It all felt very strange.
Have you mentioned that they changed colors yet?
I mean, we can
yeah,
try.
I again, I see no reason not to hide stuff.
So you mentioned to Leosin that the eggs had changed
Yeah.
colors during the light?
Yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah, we can say that and try to cast light on them to see if they can
Leosin-
change color.
I don't know if he can actually do this because there's no stat block for him, but I'm going to make it anyways. He snaps his fingers and a ball of light appears in his hand that looks very similar to sunlight. And he holds it over the eggs. And as he does, the eggs begin to shimmer and shine. And this time, they are different colors.
Yeah, I figured.
They are not red, they are not blue, they are not green. It looks silver. One looks bronze. And one looks gold.
Nice guess.
Huh.
Oh. So they're metallic now.
Well, I think that.
And then he
white
shuts off the light
slates-
and they shimmer and shine and turn black
They're
again.
bipolar at this point.
He goes,
Repeat that one more
strange.
time.
Do you
I've
think
never
day and
heard.
nighttime-
I've never heard of dragons changing color, let alone the eggs. But you say they haven't shown signs of waking up.
Not yet, no.
But they are fairly developed.
Yeah, you can see them in there if you have a bright enough light.
We handled the eggs. They are very developed. They are, I would say, I mean, we've kept
Well,
them
we
pretty
thought a
cool.
week. Yeah, we thought they were
we thought
a week away.
week or two, but we have kept them fairly cool.
And in the dark.
That may be why they haven't hatched yet. They would
Yeah.
need more. They would need to be very warm.
Yeah, I figured that's why we kept them cool.
Yeah, well, the thing is we were under the assumption that this might be a very bad thing. The first day they changed into 3 chromatic colors. It was red, green, and blue. Which I don't know if this would have brought the same idea to your mind, but that immediately made me think of Tiamat, which several of the cultists also mentioned by name.
I don't
Now
think
I'm
Tiamat
not so
is involved
sure.
in this.
Yeah, now that I've seen chromatic colors, those aren't Tiamat's colors.
Rezimir had to have done something, but I don't remember hearing anything about this. I just know Rezimir was trying to hatch black dragons.
You think maybe this is the reason why they abandoned them? Are these, are they runs to them? Are they duds, failures, maybe?
Maybe. If they weren't black
Um,
dragons, Rezimir may have seen them as disposable.
Do you think
I-
also the day and nighttime makes a difference, or if it's natural or magical light that makes a difference in the eggs?
I don't know. Seeing I've only seen it now with the magic light. Changing this
Yeah, we
colors.
can test that tomorrow when the sun comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's best if we move them into the city.
In there.
Yeah,
Well-
why? Why? How come? What are you thinking?
Be easier to keep track of them if they were to hatch. I have some acquaintances that may be helpful.
Well, here's the thing, and I mean no offense by this, but we don't really know you.
Indeed, and I don't know you.
Right.
But
I'll
we
be
do have a
right
mutual
back.
enemy at this point.
We do. But the thing is we know our own intentions and we know our own minds. We don't know yours or your friends. We don't really know, well, we've never met your friends and we've only just met you. I feel like our group would prefer it if we kept the eggs under our care for now. And as we are not confident that these dragons would be safe around the general public when hatching, I think it would be a very bad idea to take them into the city.
Very well.
We could meet with your friends though. I think that might help us build that trust. That would make us feel better about that idea.
My dwarven friend will My dwarven friend. He's going to take some time, impressions, to warm up to you. So I suggest you bring somebody who can handle their liquor. He's a very,
Yeah, I think. Hold on.
Lila?
Yeah. Lila was an alcoholic. Honestly.
I drink a lot too, but I get white girl wasted.
Yeah. Lila thumps her chest. You need somebody to handle liquor? You got me.
I'll liquor.
Liquor. I'll lick you.
and as you say this, Leela, you can hear your sword talk. Bitch, you can't handle liquor. You can't even handle me.
Oh, bitch, shut the fuck up. What do you
I
know?
will when you can hit something.
Oh,
What the hell?
And that's all
I
it
take the
says.
sword off, and I look at it. I'm like, bitch, what the? You are a sword. You are.
Leela?
Shut up, okay?
Leela, what's happening? Why are you shouting at your sword?
You can all hear the sword speak.
Oh, we can all hear it? What the hell?
I'm going with yes because it's funnier.
Yeah, I like that bit.
Yeah, this my sword's insulting me, bitch. I'ma hit you. Okay? I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah, if you can only feed me some good shit, but you haven't fed me anything yet.
what?
We've been on the road for a week. On God.
Wait, what do you eat? Don't
The
say
blood of my
Okay, what did I
enemies.
miss?
Blood of the enemies, Leela, it's a bad one.
No, I just like-
Lord.
I'm a sword. I'm used to kill.
It's cool. It's a cool sword.
I don't know.
It feels like I missed important context. What happened?
Oh, Leela's
My
sword is
sword is
speaking.
A lot of your enemies.
Okay, now one at a time, please.
Leela's
My
sword is now
insulting
speaking,
me.
and it's
Okay.
insulting Leela,
Why?
and you can all hear it because I wanted it
It's
No,
to.
saying
why?
it's saying I missed all my shots.
Well, that is true.
Well, no.
I mean, yeah, it is.
Well, no. Shut up. I have performance anxiety, okay?
And also, Leosin has mentioned that he has an acquaintance that you will need to impress, and you will probably need to be able to handle your drink if you're going to impress him.
Yeah, and I can handle my drink, and my sword is being a bitch to me.
So Leela has volunteered, and we need at least one other person if two of you are going to stay behind.
Well, if Leela's gonna go, then I'll stay behind.
Oh, I see how it is.
So Leela's going. Who else is going to go?
It's not because of the sexy elf over there, okay?
Yeah, no, totally.
Alright, so that's all I missed? Okay.
Red, you come with me.
Okay. You drink, I talk?
Yeah, no. I talk. You just
I-
talk to me.
Oh. Do I look pretty?
Yeah,
Okay.
So Leosin escorts Red and Leela into the tavern, into the city, traveling through the pathways and the roadways. You can see most of the shops are still open. People still buying and trading, even as it gets later in the night. And it is a very bustling city still, with a
Sorry.
waterway between it,
A very busty city.
with a very big tittied city layered throughout, with a giant nipple in the sky, as the waterways pass through, looking like veins of a boob. You come across,
There's a
on the
barrier
far
around
eastern
this
side of the town, the Red Roost Inn and Tavern, with a giant crow, with a giant chicken as its mascot icon. And Leosin introduces you to the inn, the Red Roost Inn, my friends. It's a 3-story inn, very simple. Of course, the tavern on the first floor and relaxation on the others. My friend, where is his name? My friend, Onthar Froom, is a dwarven paladin. When you get in, you're going to need to impress him. However you can, to get him to open up. Otherwise, you most likely won't say a word. And as you get in, I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's not bad at those.
So,
Leela, you saved.
yeah,
Nat 20.
I'll take 17.
I'll take a nat 20.
You guys evade perfectly as you walk in and a plate gets thrown one way, goes right past you, and a knife goes past you in the other. As this very...
Does the plate have food on it?
No. The food would have fallen
Okay.
off.
Okay, I'll catch the knife then.
I will allow it because you did roll a natural 20.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop this in Discord real quick for you guys.
I'm a skizzard, by the way. I'm a skill wizard.
As you walk into the tavern, you can clearly see a very stout dwarven man covered in armor with a gauntlet squarely on his chest plate with long red beard and a scar over his eye. As Leosin points and says, Onthar Froom. He's my acquaintance, a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. He has more news and more information to share. But unfortunately, he won't say anything unless you impress him. As he waves you to go up to Onthar.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll head over.
Yeah, I head over. We head over. I sit down right across from him with like a good heavy thud because I'm so big and heavy.
I'll
Interesting.
hold up the knife and say, I think someone dropped this. Whose knife is this?
Ah, there's
Hello?
no need to worry about the knife. It's yours now. Welcome, strangers. Why do you sit across from me? Who are you people?
Well, my name is Red, and this is Leela. She said she was going to do the talking, but she's been quiet. That usually happens. Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Hello, Red. Leela. What
Hello.
are you doing here?
We were told to speak to you by this guy.
Yeah, your buddy.
You
Yeah,
point
you're
off in
right.
the direction, and Leosin is nowhere to be seen.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we're told we'll have to impress you. We have in our possession 3 revolving dragon eggs.
You're saying this in the middle of a tavern?
Well, we can join him at a table. Is it a loud tavern?
It's a very loud tavern, but at the same time, it's been mentioned that he's not going to speak to you about anything unless you impress him.
Right. Okay, well, we just need to speak to you, and we're told we need to impress you. So here we go. I do a double backflip.
Impressive, but that's not the kind of impression I would need. As he slams a mug of,
I pout.
as he slams an ug of gale, a mug of ale, beer, whatever it is, and goes, "Beat me in a drink off, and we could probably have a word or two."
Yeah, I figured.
Is that the only way to impress you?
That or you can beat me in combat.
I mean, we could. That would be that seems a bit mean.
Yeah. I cannot drink you.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a drink.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
Yeah, I miss being clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
He
take you up
he,
on
he
that.
waves down. He waves down a member of the tavern, one of the barmaids. Bring us some ale. My friends and I are going to have a good day.
Yippee. I don't say that. I don't say
you don't say it very softly. Yippee.
No, Leela does not clap her hands and kick her feet and say yippee. That's what Yaisha does.
The barmaid,
Ah.
the barmaid walks away and then comes back a few minutes later with 6 mugs of ale. I need you, Leela,
Yes.
to what kind of checks would this be?
It would be Constitution, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me
drinking is almost always Constitution.
give me a Constitution check.
The check, not the save, right?
Yeah, check.
Oh man. Dude, what?
With that
What is
first
up with
one,
my rolls?
you drink the first one, and this one hits you hard for some reason. It's almost as if you haven't drank any alcohol in a while. So the first as you chug it, you're going hard first, and then halfway through, it hits you, and you're like, oh shit, I haven't drank in a while. So it starts to get a little woozy as he doesn't have a stat block, so I don't understand, but I'm gonna say for this one, he chugs that first one down quickly. And for the sake of this contest, I'll make it fun. Sake of this contest, you're gonna take. I want you to write this down somewhere if you can, or I'll keep track of it. You're gonna take 2 points of alcohol damage.
Do I like take the damage or?
No. This is just for fun.
Yeah, keep track of that.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
So I want you to do another Constitution check.
Ooh.
With a 19, you clear this check. You clear this. You down the next one as if you have been drinking your entire life. The buzz from the first one fades, and you just shove the mug in your mouth and are like chugging it down cartoonishly.
Glug, glug, glug.
As Onthar stares at you, bewildered.
Your turn, old man.
Okay, it's not working again. He's going to take 5 points of alcohol damage.
I blink all of my 3 eyes separately.
Give me one more check.
Hello? Click.
No, it's not loading again.
It's a 10.
You pass just enough to
Yay!
pass. As you chug this next one, it's a little harder, but you do chug it. You do get it down there. Just barely beating him in that third one. As he's going to take 4 more points of alcohol damage. And he snaps his fingers, and the barmaid brings another couple of pitchers of ale. Give me one more check. For some reason, it's
It's a
not
9.
loading. It's a 9. You just miss. 10 is the check. I'll say that. So 10 is the post. So you just miss. And you get a little tipsy. It's starting to hit you for some reason, but not. You take 1 point of alcohol damage. And give me one more check. As you and Onthar are doing this, the crowd around is starting to get wild. And notice that this You seem to be beating him. And he seems to be beating you. It's neck and neck. I don't know if you rolled again.
I did. It's an 11.
Okay, you succeed. Because it's not loading for me. So he's going to take 5 more points, and because you did win 3 rounds, I'm going to go ahead and end it there.
I need the bathroom.
And as you down this third one, he's flabbergasted that he's failed. As you have drinking more ale than him, and he's slams his cup down after you're proudly standing there with a smile and an empty mug in your thing with a smiling as a glint in your teeth sparkles, and he goes, "I've never been beaten before. You have the stomach of a god." I love that.
Good work, old man. And she
Let's have some more ale.
Oh, let's have some more. Yeah, she bangs into the table.
Do we want to encourage the alcoholic, Leela?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And as you're drinking, you're partying, you're marrying, he seems thoroughly impressed. And it comes to the point where he snaps. He stands up and says, "It's good drinking with you. If you don't mind waiting a little bit, we can come back. I can talk to you a little bit later. I have a few things I need to take care of. I will send a squire, one of my squires, to come get you."
Yeah, works for me.
And as he walks away, we will take a small 5-minute break.
Damn.
So that way anybody needs to stretch, restroom. I don't have that on here. I need to put a different thing. So everybody take a coffee break. Because I have to use the restroom too.
Alright, break time.
Somebody use my card for $25.
Ooh, let me actually set up my spells for town stuff. Because I get to change my spells every day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Yippee.
Yippee, beep, 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 beep.
Pee
Beep, beep.
Ha
Beep, beep.
Beep 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 beep.
Haha. Beep, 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 beep.
It's not funny.
Jump.
Wee!
What happened?
Whee! That's all
This
card
has been
jump.
horrible. This has been horrible.
We have to put Yasha in timeout.
Yeah,
Nope.
kill her.
Nope. Oh, Oh, Clea.
Kill her.
No.
Kill me, please, please.
No.
As a giant lightning bolt strikes Leela down, and she is now fried to a crisp, and her sword is obliterated. Go ahead and create a new character. It's like God's had enough of your shit.
Aww.
No, I just had to.
She rises from the ashes like a phoenix.
I just had to use the restroom, so I was like, you know what? This is a chance for everybody to use the restroom or whatever they need to do.
Yeah. Hi. No, not streaming. I've been at the end of the session. So we got the. Oh wait. Should put mute.
Yeah, should mute.
Welcome, chat. We're on a coffee break right now.
We can't make some coffee.
We'll make some coffee.
Good. I might make some coffee. I might.
It sounds like a plan
Yeah,
to
I'm
me.
thinking about it.
I wish I had a coffee maker to make coffee.
It's called a kettle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem. Like, we have been looking for a kettle ever since we moved, and we haven't been able to find one to be able to make coffee.
It's apparently kettles aren't common in like America. I know you guys aren't in America, but it's a similar continent.
That's
You know
so
what the
weird,
hilarious part is? Like, before we moved, I kept seeing the presso machines everywhere, and now I can't find a single one. Not even in the stores that had them. Like those small coffee makers that you just put the ground coffee in and boil the water inside of it, and it just makes coffee at the top.
Oh, French
We
press.
just call them pressos.
It's a French press.
Maybe that's what they're called in the US. I don't know, but I have been seeing them everywhere before we moved them. But after we moved, not a single one anywhere. And I'm like, how the hell is that even possible?
Chat likes the Blade Singer.
It's very interesting.
Is we just waiting for Meme?
Yeah, she's finishing up in the bathroom.
Okay. No rush. I just was making sure.
But here's my question right now. Who even came up with this drink off with the guy? Like, okay, you're gonna impress him.
I think he's okay. You want to know my theory? I think he's a super hardcore alcoholic, and this is any excuse.
I mean, yeah, but if you're gonna beat him, that implies that he's gonna get drunk before you. So how is he gonna talk like that if he's drunk?
I don't know.
The drunker you are, the looser the tongue you know. It's gonna
Yeah.
steal all the secrets.
We've seen some crazy stuff in taverns, man. You know, people.
Yeah.
People,
I mean, literally, the second we entered, we got a plate and a knife chucked at us. It's a tavern. And it
Yeah,
is,
but
it
we're
is,
not
it
looking
was dark
for-
also, right? So it's kind of like the evening gazelle, so they're already drunk. And
You aren't doing anything, Crimson. You're just having some Malone time with Luna.
Yeah, you're not even there. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's why I was asking when we're taking a break, because I'm like, okay, as a player, I'm confused how it makes sense that you're supposed to talk serious stuff about something with someone who is drunk. Like, we're not looking for secrets from him. We're looking to talk about dragons with him. Like, the last thing we want is to talk to a drunkard who will just spread the information.
Maybe he's one of those drunk people who's more themselves when they're drunk, you know.
Maybe. What were you saying, Luna?
I don't see what's wrong with that.
Before we
Alright.
begin, chat did want to ask, what wizard school you attended, Kara, I guess? If there was a school.
not really a school. I grew up in the tube, and then I got out of the tube, and then I found Leela, and then I just kind of freestyled my magic stuff a little bit. But from what I learned in the tube is most commonly called like blade singing.
Okay.
Also, I just realized there is a typo
You know,
in Kara's
is-
name on the screen.
That is
Oh.
tubular.
Well, it's Kara D. Hestia, isn't it? Or is the D not supposed to be
Yeah.
there?
It's supposed to be Kara space D space Hestia.
Okay. Let me fix that. Let me fix it.
D and E, you know.
How dare you
Not just
misspell
the
the
B.
name?
Hey, I had to do these in a hurry, okay?
Shameless.
We got hit with an ad, so I don't think they heard everything.
Shameless ads, dude.
From what Kara mentioned, they were raised in a tube and kind of freestyled their magic to get with what they have, which is the blade singing magic.
Yeah.
So tonight it's D E D.
Why did you
Okay.
write it in Discord to make it simpler?
Okay.
Oh, my back hurts.
Your bad heart? That's not something you want to say on stream.
No, my back hurts. My back it hurts.
The back heart? What about the front heart?
Okay, are we all ready?
You can barely be heard, honey. Well, talk louder while eating.
Are we ready now?
Eat louder.
Because we're still on Leela and Red.
Are we?
As the merriment continues through the night. As the merriment continues through the night, you drink some more ale, you party in the tavern, whatever you want to do, you're able to do in this time. And nearing about an hour or so later, you see a squire. You see a man dressed in the armor similar to Froome, with the gauntlet on his chest, the gauntlet symbol on his chest, as he walks up to you. And he mentions, Onthar wishes to speak with you up in his room. If you'll follow me, I can escort you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stand up.
So,
You better be dressed.
Froome's squire shows you to a private space off the tavern's common room and closes the door as he leaves. So he takes you there. You walk in, closes the door behind you. Waiting for you in the room is the broad-shouldered human paladin. He's not a dwarf, he's a human, apparently. I misread that. So Onthar is a human.
He
not-
looks dwarf.
I know, but he's apparently human. That's what it says in the book.
Fuck. It's a shirt.
The monk Leosin and many pictures of dark red wine. So Leosin is in the room with you guys now. But the paladin's face wears a serious expression, unlike the one he had at the bar. My friends, we have important business to discuss. At this point, you know almost as much as about it as we do, thanks to you. We know twice as much as today as we did yesterday. Apparently 10 days ago. Something rotten is afoot. We have no formal organization to oppose these rascals. Not yet anyways. We're working on that, and we need people like you. Who know how and when to fight, and how and when to keep their heads down and observe. Can't promise you anything except long days filled with danger and stress. What could be better than that, am I right? See, pounds
we're
is...
talking about the dragon cult?
Yeah, he's talking... it's basically talking about the cult. It didn't mention the thing, but yeah.
Okay, are you trying to recruit us?
We could use your assistance, yes. Me and the Order of the Gauntlet could definitely use some sturdy hands.
I look at Leela.
I look back.
We met you today, sir.
Indeed, and we had a rousing good round of ale.
Okay, we met you today. You made us get you drunk before you would talk to us. And now you're trying to invite us to an organization that we've never heard of before?
This is what I mean. This is what I mean, Froom. You should cut back on the ale just a little bit so you can properly talk to people. It seems you're being quite rude to our friends here. Quiet, Leosin. I am trying to recruit them. Do you understand what I'm doing? As he downs a mug of red wine. And Leosin kind of goes, oh god, not this again. Forgive him, friends. We are members of organizations who have come together. He is a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, and I am a member of the Harpers. We both have common enemies, he and I, and we are trying to get together and organize a resistance to the cult. As you can tell, they are becoming much more troublesome than they would first appear.
Yeah, they seem like real bad news. How big is this cult, by the way? Like, the camp that we were at, is that like a fraction of their power? Or is that like most of them?
That's what we're trying to figure out. We've heard they've attacked many places along the Sword Coast. Greenest is their biggest attack yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose that's good news.
But again, they had that dragon.
That's exactly what I was going to say. With the forces they had in Greenest and that dragon, they probably could have. I mean.
And Rezimir is also leading
them.
Rezimir,
yeah.
who.
He even seemed like a joke.
The half-black dragon Rezimir. It's definitely worrisome. You need not worry so much, Leosin. We just need to get more allies, and we can topple them quickly. Don't you understand? Righteousness is on our path, and we can strike them down as needed. They are the Dark Ones, and we are the Light. I'm trying my best here.
I think Kion is up there.
I'm trying my best to roleplay this, I swear.
You're doing good, you're doing good. Leosin, you said you're a member of the Harpers?
I am.
Are you guys also recruiting? You seem like... I'd rather go with you than this guy.
We are recruiting, indeed. There's a third group, but they unfortunately weren't able to make it with us today. The Emerald Enclave. We are different organizations trying to band together to stop the cult. As they seem to be doing something that involves Tiamat, and the only guess would be something nefarious. Of course, they're trying to gather a bunch of trinkets as well. I will say you don't have to join our organizations if you don't wish to. But if you do join us, we can offer you.
be hired.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
we
we're
can't.
fair hire.
All I can offer you at this time is support when available. I can't offer you money.
Do you guys have like pamphlets? Because I'm not super familiar with either of your guys' organizations. Do you?
Pamphlets? Who needs pamphlets in this day and age? We have ale.
Lewis, do you guys have a pamphlet?
I don't have a pamphlet, unfortunately. I couldn't go to
Okay.
I couldn't go to medieval Kinkos.
You know what this reminds me of, guys? Who's been to uni here? Isn't this like when clubs recruit?
Apparently nobody.
Never
Like-
been to uni, yeah.
Like high school clubs or university clubs?
I don't have clubs
I
actually.
never had those.
Where it's like that.
Do the third guys have a pamphlet?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
didn't even have the chance to
Hila,
get
have you heard of
here.
either of these guys' organizations before? How the hell are we supposed to decide who to join?
No clue.
How about this? Do you guys have any work for us? Maybe if we work together on something, we could better understand each other. Maybe
Work
when we're all
specifically
sober.
for us. The Harpers do not, but I can say if you help join us as the Harpers, we will assist you as best we can. Again, I can't do much aside from assisting when able. And even Froome and his drunkenness can attest that it will be difficult.
But all of
currently-
these groups are working together, so whoever we join up with, we're still going to be working to the same cause, right?
Yes, we're all working towards the same
Okay.
goal. And again, I mentioned you don't have to join if you don't feel, but if you do
Well, there's
join,
only
we
two
can
of
give
us
you
here.
we can give you as best support as we can.
There's only two of us here. Obviously, this would be a decision we'd make with the whole party. I think let's put this to the side for now. Thank you for showing interest in us. We're very flattered. But we need to talk about the 3 dragon eggs we have in our car outside town. That's like
Yeah.
way.
Trouble what? As Froome hears this and topples over in his chair and scrambles up to get up, and he goes, "You have what?"
Oh yeah, we got the 3 dragon eggs from the hatchery, and they were all black-like, and then they changed color. They turned red, blue, and green, and then in the sunlight, and then now at nighttime.
Why would you have?
They
Why
were
would
cute.
you? They are eggs. They're for
We didn't
food.
we
Or
didn't-
See,
murder.
Listen, I detected their thoughts, and they are a clean slate. They're innocent, and here they are a clean slate. They could still be, you know, possibly raised without them turning evil, because they are a clean slate. So that's why we didn't kill them.
We've seen them presenting as at least 7 different colors, some of which are metallic. I think.
Yeah.
I think these eggs represent a really massive opportunity to do good. And I will say we came very, very close to killing all 3 of them.
Very.
And I personally am very relieved we didn't make that choice.
Yeah. So that's why we're here to chat with you guys.
Yeah, we're looking for advice, information, and guidance.
The only thing that I could think of would be following the cult. They would know more about dragons than anyone at this point. Aside from finding a scholar versed in dragons, but you'd have to travel all the way up to who knows where to find a...
Baldur's Gate would probably be a good stop for that, I imagine.
You are right. Traveling to Baldur's Gate would be a good point.
But that would
Unfortunately-
take a while, and they'd
It'll
probably
take
have
at least
to-
3 acts.
Unfortunately, it seems that might be where you might need to head. Leosin pats Froome on the back and mentions that the cult traveled through here just a day or so before you arrived. Me and the other monks saw this.
They didn't attack.
No, it seems they were traveling. A large caravan traveled through here.
Oh.
It seems they came through and purchased more carriages before heading off north towards Baldur's Gate.
Okay. Does Baldur's Gate know they're coming? Do you guys have members of your organizations in that city?
Unfortunately, with Baldur's Gate being the way it is, it's going to be difficult to get any sort of information in or out. At least, any that could help. They seem to be very...
Well, it's a huge place.
Yes. The guards don't seem to be too worried about them.
Attack so far is Greenest. Baldur's Gate is like 500 times bigger than Greenest, so...
But the music is very battle-y.
No, I think it calmed down.
Let me, don't have any tavern. I'll try and get some tavern ambience, but we'll do this for now.
But it seems they're traveling with a caravan towards Baldur's Gate. It's going to take them a while. It's going to take at least a couple of 2 months to get there.
Oof. By then we'll definitely have some baby dragons.
Yeah, so my concern is, we got these dragons away from the cult, honestly against all odds. Taking the dragons back to the cult doesn't seem very sensible to me.
It doesn't, because also they were, I mean, were they controlling that blue dragon? I feel like they have a means to at least manipulate dragons in some way. I don't think it would be a good idea to...
I will say, from what you can remember of the blue dragon, is that it seemed to be acting under them, but it seemed to have free will.
Oh, right.
It did seem a bit... I remember the dragon's heart not really being in it, but he could have just been an asshole.
I rolled a 3.
Well, like I said, this is we're only half our party here right now. We need to discuss this as all of us.
True.
What would your immediate advice be? Do you have any members of your organization who are well versed in dragons?
We don't. Not at the Heralds. What about you, Froome? Fortunately, there's no such thing as somebody that's knowledgeable of dragons that hasn't just slain them. No one's had a dragon egg, let alone 3 of them, and let alone raised any that I know of.
Could you not send messages to your organizations requesting someone advice or aid or something?
That would take too much time. That would put us behind the cult trying to find out where they're going. We know they're going to Baldur's Gate, but we don't know where they're going after that. My suggestion... They're traveling as merchants. That much we do know. Right, Leosin? Indeed. They are traveling as merchants. Or at least, posing as merchants. From what we know, they're trying to get to Baldur's Gate to either unload some cargo or transfer it somewhere else. They're using the merchant caravan route to go with it, and I suggest you find a way to either pose as merchants or find jobs as protectors of merchants.
Yeah, we can do that. That's what we were doing before we got sucked into this whole mess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was our original job to begin with.
Yeah. I don't know, this rabbit hole just gets deeper and deeper.
As you are talking to Leosin and Froome, we're going to switch over to Hyon and Luna for a little bit.
Yeah!
So Hyon and Luna, it's been about a few hours. The sun has fully set. It is now dark. Chirping of the chirping of the insects all around. Have you guys set up a fire, or are you just staying quiet in the dark? What's going on with you guys?
Just sitting in the darkness watching the eggs. I mean, we likely set a fire, just Just taking turns watching the eggs.
I'm brushing my beast.
Okay, well, since she is brushing her beast, Ion is just preparing food on the campfire while watching the eggs.
I would
Just
like...
quiet, serene time.
Who is closest to the eggs?
Now it's me. Because I can brush my beast and...
I would
and
like
cook
you,
the eggs.
Luna, to roll 3... Roll me 3 d4s.
Oh, how can I do that? Just roll them at the same time, or?
You could probably press it and just have
You
it
can
roll.
click the dice several
Yeah.
times. It'll show
It'll
the
give you
number.
different totals for each.
You can also do it on the
Alright,
map.
3, right?
Select 3 of them
Yeah.
at all.
Alright, D4, okay.
Hopefully it shows up. There we go. Ooh, nice. All right. You got one of each. That's perfect. Now roll me 3 d6s.
D6, okay. D6, here it is. 1, 2, 3.
Roll that 6 again.
Only 1 6?
Yeah, just roll the one that rolled a 6. Just roll that again real quick.
Why? I got a perfect 6!
It's for a reason. We can't roll d5s. Okay.
Google can we?
So, the first egg closest to you, Luna, begins to shimmer and shine. This time in pitch darkness.
Oh,
Begins to
God.
shimmer and shine. And it turns into a very bronze-like color. This time in the darkness. And it stays.
Do I notice it? Or
Yes,
it's
you
just
do.
happening? Okay,
You can clearly see that it's shimmering and shine as if the light is hitting it.
Okay.
And it shines and it shimmers and the shine fades and you can tell it is a bronze color, a deep bronze. The other egg,
The shine is deep bronze, or the egg change color to deep bronze?
the egg changed color to deep bronze.
Okay, go on.
The next one, and it rolled. It shimmers and shines just like the other, turns blue. And the third one turns 1, 2, 3. Turns into what color is sapphire?
Blue.
It is also blue.
Blue.
Turns into a bluish. It turns into a bluish color, but it's different. It's more gem-like. As you can see it turns into a more
Dragons.
sapphire. You now have a bronze dragon egg, a blue dragon egg, and a sapphire dragon egg.
I don't know anything about gem dragons. That's cool as fuck.
And they don't change back. They are now, from what you can tell, stuck as those colors. That's what you notice happen immediately.
Hi on.
Ion just looks over his shoulder. What happened?
They change color.
And I would like Luna or Hyon to roll an animal handling check real quick.
I'm pretty sure Luna would do better with that because I don't think I have animal handling.
A 13. You don't seem to see anything different aside from the fact that they change colors. But it does seem strange,
You want me to roll it too?
if you want.
It won't end well. That's a -1 for me.
You never know, you might roll a 19. You, unfortunately, similar. You see these eggs change. You hear Luna call out that the eggs have changed in the darkest of night and see this, but you don't feel anything different about them. That's currently what you guys have experienced.
Walks up to them and looks at it like, does that look like a gemstone to you?
You walk up to the third one.
Yeah, like he taps it with his finger. Does this look like a gemstone now?
As you tap that egg, how hard do you tap it? Do you just like tap,
Like
or
just
you
gently like tap, like as if you're checking to see if it's hollow or not without hitting it hard. Just with the tip of the finger, just taps it.
The egg squirms a little.
Hion steps back. What the Oh boy. I hope they're gonna be done soon in the city because this does not sound good. He taps the other 2 eggs too out of curiosity to see if they squirm.
They do as well.
Oh my god.
He takes a deep breath. Oh boy.
Hey, do you think they're about to hatch?
I'm not sure, but I don't think they would be squirming if they weren't. I would send your tiger in to get the others.
I will say it would not be a good idea to send a spectral beast into a city.
And that's what I was gonna say. I think they will scare everyone off, either run away from him or attack him. So I don't think that's a good idea.
Wait, did enough time pass for her to change the animal?
To a beast.
She did.
No, I
She
mean-
summoned the tiger.
Yeah, but ever since then, did enough time pass for her to be able to change it back to a bird?
You haven't long rested.
You guys are mean. Leave my beast alone.
How much time has passed since
It's been a week since you guys have traveled, but it's only been a couple hours since you've put yourselves aside into the forest to
Yeah.
hide with the dragon eggs. It's only been a couple hours.
Yeah, but so
can't
it's
just
been a
do it
week
at will.
since she changed.
Yeah, but
It's.
she
I
wants
think
to
we've agreed it's whenever you full rest or long
She
rest.
can only change it when she sleeps. She can't just change it whenever she wants when it's complete.
Yeah.
So you're telling me she never slept in that 1 week?
Yeah, she did, and she wanted a tiger. That's why it's a tiger.
Okay.
The
whole point-
You like to push the rules, don't you? See what you can get away with.
Oh no, I'm just asking because I need to
The thing is
understand.
that
it.
would be if you're saying that you want her to have a bird, you're wanting to go back in time to the night before to turn it into a bird because of the information that you know now. Well, that's
metagaming.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
asking to do that.
I think Hion's just trying to poke fun. But yes, so from what you can tell, they seem to be a little more active than normal, and they have now officially changed colors into what you see before you in the middle of the darkness, with no light touching them.
I mean, technically the campfire counts as light, but
Yeah,
I
but
get
it's
what
not.
you mean.
It's not sunlight. So, are you guys? Is there anything you would like to do in this moment before we switch back over real quick?
We're just freaking
Luna.
out, so I guess. What? What?
since you don't want the tiger to run in, you look more normal. How about you get the others?
Are you calling me a freak?
I think he calls himself a freak.
Yeah, I think
Out of the
it's
two
quite
of us,
opposite.
I'm the freak.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave the tiger here with you. So if anything
I will
happens-
say you don't know where they are.
Don't we know that they went to the pub?
They went into
Didn't
the city,
Leosin,
but you weren't even
didn't
there
Leosin
with
say
them.
that?
You guys were stationed off already when Leosin confronted them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys don't know where they are in the city.
So the city is too big. How am I supposed to find them?
I don't know. Use your elf magic.
Not how it works.
How should I know? You're the elf here.
I do have some tracking abilities, but that's it. That's an elf. I know how to hunt in the forest.
Does that work on humans? Or
I have
The
no
others?
fucking idea.
okay, we can change the scene while we bicker there.
So Hyon and Luna are now freaking out about these dragon eggs changing and trying to figure out how to contact you guys in this mass panic as we switch scenes back to Leela and Red.
I mean, technically, I could shoot a little fire thing with the control flame, but that would just cause panic again. So,
Don't do that. Don't do that. We don't want to panic people. Oh my god, why are you doing this?
So Leela and Red, we are now switching back over to you guys. As continuing talks with Leosin and Froome on what to do next, as they mentioned to travel to either pose as merchants or become bodyguards of merchants to try to get in and figure out what the cult is doing, traveling, and where their next attack might be.
Yeah. I think we really should try and get back to our group just to talk about what our next options are. We can't make any decisions without them. It seems like you guys have passed on all the information you wanted to pass on, right?
We have talked about what we can. I will say, if you were to head to Baldur's Gate, I could procure a ship that can get you there much quicker than riding on horse. That way you can travel and probably get there, hopefully, before those hoodwins get to Baldur's Gate. Before the cult gets there.
I mean,
Something to bring up.
Or I should say, before they leave.
well, we have things we want to do in town before we leave. We also have obligations to the eggs that we need to discuss with our group.
Yes.
Indeed.
I'm not making any promises until we've talked to them.
Yes.
Take some wine with you before you leave. As he hands you a big bottle of wine.
I put it in my back pocket.
Very large back pocket.
I mean, I am very large, also. I have large back pockets. Yeah, I am very large. I'm towering over that tiny man.
So Leosin and Froome, they nod their heads and understand that it's a lot to take in, and you do have time. You're on a timetable, but you do have time.
Yeah.
To think about this. So Leosin motions and helps you walk out of the tavern with you and motions to have a good day, and helps guide you back, because you haven't been to the city. Helps guide you back out of the city to back so you can go help your friends and talk to them, and hopefully they aren't up to anything suspicious, trying to murder dragon eggs or light a forest on fire.
Oh, we'll do that.
We're
Yeah.
doomed.
Ooh, we're doomed. We're cooked, and so are the eggs.
So we now take about 20 minutes to get there from the city to the place where you guys parked, and you are now greeted at the sight of Luna and Hyon freaking out.
I'm
Is there-
at this point on top of Hyon hitting him because he kept spotting stupid shit and I got fed.
Hyon just sits there like, ugh.
Roll for damage.
Damage.
Damage. Can it be a D4 because my hands are tiny and Hyon is a fucking beast.
Roll a d4 for Luna small-handed damage.
All right.
Unarmed attack.
Hyon, you take 1 point of damage, Hyon.
Wow.
For every hit?
No, just in total. I didn't make her roll a d100 for the hits, but we're not gonna do that. That's too much PvP.
Hyon just notices the others and just waves at them silently.
You guys okay? What's happening here?
I do a little jog over. I do a little jog over. It's like, what the fuck's going on? Huh?
Why are you beating each other up? Nope,
There's
sorry.
room
Because
Why
I'm
is-
tired,
guys.
bitch! We're trying
What?
to we're trying to get ideas to contact you guys because the X for some reason shine some kind of light and change colors again. And this motherfucker just kept getting ideas that will, I don't know, either burn down the village or send everyone into a panic.
Yeah,
No.
that is what Hyon does, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
Should be used to it.
I think we're starting to see a pattern of behavior from Hyon. Like,
Maybe he does have a criminal past after all.
yeah,
I can't
possibly.
help that I'm a pyromaniac, okay? I'm a good pyromaniac.
But
Oh my god, the eggs change again and they're making squiggly sounds and they're wiggling. What the fuck?
Wait,
they're
what?
wiggling.
They're wiggling!
Hayan just clears his throat.
Oh.
They change color,
Okay.
and they look like they're
Ah.
about ready to hatch.
Oh
Oh,
no,
shit.
oh no. Okay, I go, Lila goes and checks on the eggs.
Give me a
Check
perception check.
Perception?
Yep.
There you are. Hello there.
Perception or investigation, whichever.
16.
16?
16.
I will allow it. You perceive,
Yay!
as you look at these eggs, you notice there's a small crack starting to form
Oh,
along
this is even better.
one of the eggs, at least.
Which one? Which one? Which one?
Which egg? Which egg?
So excited.
Roll me a d4. And
Oh god.
Oh.
re-roll on a 4.
Oh shit.
Okay. I'm gonna become a mother.
The topaz
three.
one. No, actually,
Topaz?
hold on. Let me check
You mean
to make
you
sure.
mean sapphire?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
the
what we call that.
Yeah,
yeah
we
the
had
sapphire
blue
the sapphire egg begins to. It's been squirming a bit more. You can see it squirm a little bit, moving just ever so slightly. Not much, as if it's like, I'm coming out, baby. But you can see it starts to wanting to be free.
Okay. Right.
Oh my god, I sit my ass right in front of that egg, and I gently place my hands on the egg, and I'm just like observing it and trying to be comforting.
Okay.
But
Give
I am
me.
observing that egg closely.
I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god!
Oh, Lord.
I have advantage on that, so if I.
If you have advantage, go ahead and roll.
Advantage.
Yeah, roll advantage.
Oh. Wasn't that much better? Fuck. Okay, it's an 8.
As you sit there and you place your hand on it, you can feel the egg. You can feel it move, like it's jerking towards your hand. And as it jerks towards your hand, the egg begins to go back. It seems to get away. And next thing you know,
The egg.
it bursts out, and a small baby dragon lands on you, dealing 2 points of bludgeoning damage as it lands on you.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll a d4 real quick. Actually, hold on. Before I do this, 1 is going to be Leela. 2 is going to be Mei, or Luna. 3 will be Red, and 4 will be Hyon. So I'm gonna re-roll this d4.
Oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Sorry,
This
I forgot
dragon-
what happened.
This dragon looks at Hyon,
Oh my god!
and it looks to give a smile. As this dragon seems, you and this dragon seem to have a connection, Hyon. As
Daddy.
this sapphire dragon
Do I
now,
look like your daddy?
Do
This-
I like?
the sapphire dragon now laying on top of Leela as she's being crushed by it, stares at you and gives this smile-like thing, and just has its tail going like kind of like a dog. Its tail's wagging, its little wings, it has little wings starting to move as it squirms around. It's trying to get closer to you. And the next egg also seems to burst in the same moment. I would like one of you to roll a D. I'm gonna roll a D4 again.
Cool.
Keeping the same numbers. Okay, apparently it's not gonna go through.
Okay, let me roll it. Let me
see. Let me see if I'm the savior of this world.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Before.
have that happen because that doesn't make any sense. I'm rolling the d4s. I'm gonna re-roll. Mei.
What?
The next egg that bursts forth stares at you.
Oh god. Hello there.
I'm now gonna roll to see which egg that is.
Please pick up the one.
So on evens, on even it's going to be blue, and on odds it's going to be
Why do you want the chromatic one?
bronze.
One blue. Blue, 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 blue. Give me blue. Give me blue.
Did I say evens for blue?
Yeah.
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 Okay, it is the blue one.
Yeah!
The blue one stares at you. And as it squirms and moves around, it tramples and smacks Leela in the head.
Ah, shit.
Oh man.
Not dealing any damage because it didn't fall on you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now going to
How
roll.
big are these babies?
They're pretty. They're like. They're golden
the eggs were
retriever
like
size. They're like adult golden retriever size.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
wow.
the heads
Wow.
were the-
They're already pretty
tall.
big. If their wings could span out further, they would destroy the cart they're in. And finally, Leela, I'm going to have you be evens, and Kara, you're going to be odds. As the last dragon egg also burst forth.
Is this the bronze one?
It is indeed the bronze one. As it stares at Leela. Contemplating for a minute. And then looks at Red.
A motherfucker.
But then looks back to Leela and starts licking her on the face. As it's closest to her on the ground.
Like that. Yippee.
As you now have 3 baby dragons who have just recently hatched.
Oh, I'm petting my dragon. I pet my dragon. Like, hello,
Well, the one on top of
baby.
you, is the sapphire one. It's still on top of
I
you.
thought it left.
No, it's still
I
it's
thought it
trying
left
to.
already.
It's trying to
still
move. They just got born.
They're so cute.
Ion just crouches down to the dragon and just pets them on the head.
Get your dragon off of me.
Down, boy. Good boy.
Wait, is my dragon a boy or a girl?
I will let you guys decide what they're gonna be.
Okay,
Well, since
I'll
You're
let
gonna
mine
roll.
be.
I'm gonna roll a d4.
I want you to keep track of these because
Gonna roll a
you now have
d4.
three baby dragons.
Okay, so we put them in the inventory.
Dumb.
You can, however you guys want to do that. I will say for the sake
Can
of
you
it,
make items? Go ahead.
I will say for the sake of it, each of these dragons are now part of your party. I will have Leela, Hyon, and Luna. Each of you will be responsible for your dragon going forward. I will have moments where the dragons will be out of the picture, but we'll get to that when we get there.
I feel sad for Red. They didn't get a dragon.
No,
But
she
I-
got a book. She's fine.
Did you know what?
I will say that even though
Got a book.
they looked at you, it's sort of the mother phase. You know, when some animals see, the first thing they see is what they consider their mother. So for this instance in time, these 3 dragons view you 3 as their mother. But then they also saw Red.
Yeah, Ion.
And they all 3 did see Red. And they all seem to look the same towards Red. So as a full understanding, it sees all of you as its mother.
We are mother.
You are the mother.
We are mother.
Because I don't want you guys to feel like I'm trying to single anybody out. Because
We are mama.
there's only 3 eggs and I couldn't add a 4th one.
You know what? I'll put my egg as a female so I can call the little dragon Saphiria.
Aw.
Yeah, I was gonna say I roll a d4. I was gonna say evens for girls, odds for boys, and I did roll a 1, so my dragon is a boy.
Then my dragon is a
Alright.
girl.
So 2
girls and a
female
boy.
dragons and a male dragon. So you have
Oh,
a
God.
sapphire dragon, a bronze dragon, and a blue
siblings.
dragon.
The blue dragons are both like girls.
That's true.
Oh my god. Blue
Something
sisters.
wrong with it.
Blue
Little
sisters.
sisters.
They're gonna be trouble.
But
The
yes,
Blue
you
Dragon's definitely gonna be trouble.
you guys will need to
She's
make
gonna
sure
be gremlin.
to keep track of these. I'm going to let you guys take care of them and do what you want with them as the story progresses, of course.
Yippee!
Is that a bad move on the DM? Probably, but I'm going to stick with it because that's funny as
It
shit.
is gonna make this campaign hella fucking unique.
Hell
This is-
yeah.
I'm gonna give
This
it
is
the
what the
minigun.
campaign is about now, actually, is baby dragons.
Can I give classes to the baby dragon?
We will get there. Right now they're baby dragons. They can't do much. They do seem to be able to take care of themselves, strangely enough. It seems, from what you can tell, they are having, trouble moving around. They just got born. But you can tell that there is a connection with the three of you, and they seem to understand. When they saw you, they seem to have some sort of telepathic link to your brain. And that it seems they're a lot smarter than baby dragons should be. You can already see the bronze dragon trying to stand and flap its wings and things that most baby dragons wouldn't do immediately. You can see the sapphire dragon start sniffing around as if it's looking for food. And you can see the blue dragon looking to the sky as if it wants to soar. But of course it's nighttime, so it's only looking up through the trees at darkness. But they all seem to know far more than what a baby dragon should. And that's what you are currently with right now.
Okay, well this changes things.
Definitely, we have 3 baby dragons. That's
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
I'm petting the bronze dragon with Leela.
Yeah, we are parents now.
I held
Yeah.
the sapphire dragon off of Lila.
I'm
Thank
daddy.
you.
Yeah, otherwise Leela would be on the ground in the cart with the dragon on top of it. She's petting the bronze dragon.
How
Yeah.
big are these dragons? Like size of a cat, size of a dog?
They are, I mentioned golden retriever, like adult golden retriever size.
Yeah, a big dog.
Oh, hello.
They're already very
Oh.
large.
I love them.
Okay.
Cute.
They are very cute. Well, let's tidy up all of the egg.
Yeah.
I
let's
imagine
get
there's
them
gross
pushed, though.
fluids all over our car now.
There is. There's gross fluids, eggshells. It's
Yeah,
all
I'm a
over.
gloopy because I was like riding the splash zone with them.
You're
Yeah.
covered in gunk.
Yeah, I'm a gloopy gloopy.
You smell like
Alright.
fresh dragon.
Okay. So, I guess me and Leela went to go speak with this really alcoholic dwarf. And he was the friend of the monk that we rescued. He's looking a lot better now, by the way.
Welcome, Raiders.
Oh,
You
we
just-
have
Raiders! Oh my
Yeah, we got
God.
Raiders. Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders.
You just missed.
We are
Baby
parents
dragons.
now.
Yeah, they are all parents. They're all dragon parents. You just missed it. They all 4 became parents of 3 different baby dragons.
We hatch our eggs.
They have a blue dragon, they have a bronze dragon, and a sapphire dragon. Is the DM putting themselves too much into trouble? Probably, but it's gonna be freaking worth it.
It's fun.
But welcome, Raiders. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, guys. Welcome.
Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Was nice to meet you guys. Bye.
So, yeah, they're talking. Okay, so both of these guys belong to organizations. There's 2 of them. They're working together, and they're really, really, like, hot and bothered about chasing after the cult. This is all these guys are talking about. They're just cult. And I don't know how I feel about all that, to be honest. The monk seems cool. The dwarf, I'm not so sure. It's very odd, but I mean, we've got a lot of responsibilities and also not a lot of skin in the game. So I don't know, I guess it comes down to what we all think is best. We do have time to discuss it though, I don't think we have to make a decision tonight.
True.
I think we have had enough excitement with these dragons. But we should
I wanna go sleep,
probably feed them high on stairs at the hungry one before they eat us.
Yeah, what do they eat?
I'm sure meat's a good
Partly eat
start.
their enemies.
Did you guys manage to do any shopping in the city?
No.
No,
I mean,
we
it's
What were you
it's
doing all this time?
well, it's late, so like a lot of the shops are closed. But also, we had to have this meeting with this dwarf guy.
I will say real quick that as you guys are discussing this, one of the dragons you can see starts rooting in a bush, and the next thing you can hear is a snap as it pulls out and it has a squirrel in its mouth.
Oh my.
Crazy.
Which dragon is that?
Whichever one you want.
Is it looking back at us like for permission?
Yeah, it's looking at you guys.
And which dragon is it?
Whoever's dragon it wants to be.
Should we say the blue dragon?
Yeah, we
Which
can
one
make
is more energetic?
the blue one, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that was already trying to look at the sky.
I would imagine the blue one's going to be the biggest handful, right?
Of course, the one with
Seeing
the
how,
The
seeing how
sapphire
the
one
blue
was
dragon
sniffing
is
around.
the blue dragon is a chromatic one, and if they won't be evil, they might become a little gremlin to be mean. So I would say it makes sense.
I mean, I'll nod. Just
I
eat
am
it
just a
quick,
thumbs up.
yeah, just eat it quick. Don't make it suffer.
Oh, it's already dead.
Oh, okay.
It was just making sure it was like looking at you guys to make sure. Can I eat this? It's dead, but can I eat it?
You can eat that.
So it
Small.
Go ahead.
I'll crouch down by the dragon as it's eating and just like explain to it the difference between wild animals, which are okay, pets and humans and horses and cows and stuff, which are not okay. I have no idea what's going in, but this dragon's getting a bit of a lesson.
It seems to understand you very easily. Again, like it seems to have some sort of connection with Luna and understanding that certain things are okay. It seemed to understand that this was something that it could eat, but it wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Well, good job. That's a good catch, by the way. Squirrels are quick.
And then as you say it's approved, you hear the bushes around rustling again as the other two seem to have found something to eat.
Hey, let me check before you eat. Let me check what you got. I don't want any cats going into dragon bellies tonight.
The bronze one finds a pretty chunky rabbit,
Yeah, that's okay.
and the sapphire one finds another squirrel.
Yep, that's all good. These are wild animals. These are okay.
And they start eating them while they let you guys continue on.
I don't think we should encourage this too much. It's going to be important that they know how to hunt. Obviously, when they get fully intelligent as they grow, we can like explain to them and they'll understand. But I think it's probably better while they're very young if we feed them like fresh meat ourselves, just to avoid any accidents.
I'm reading up on the dragons, by the way.
No metagaming.
No, I'm not. I'm just like educating myself.
Baby dragon.
Also, it does say a newly hatched bronze wormling appeared yellow with a tinge of green, so it wouldn't be metallic looking just yet.
Oh, piss dragon.
Little piss dragon, shut up.
I mean, technically, don't they need light
That's
to at
cute.
least shimmer like metal?
Let's continue on, you guys.
Yeah. Well,
Better than a
okay.
PC dragon.
I mean, we're definitely not getting these things into town now.
Oh, no.
But,
You think?
well, then again, the checkpoint was really not very thorough. I can use magic to get us past the guards. But it's going to be a case of if they're going to be behave. Like, I think we should maybe go leave town for a day or two. go out into the fields and just do some parenting. These guys are like newborns.
Yeah.
Hyan just petting the dragon and looks at Red, like nods, like, yeah, I'm game. Let's go. And he just keeps playing with the dragon, like, good boy. I mean, good girl.
Well,
And just rubbing the cheeks, like, ooh, little girl.
So how do we? Okay, I guess let's talk about it. How do we feel about chasing this cult? Is anybody invested?
Oh right, we have a cult to chase.
Yeah. Well, do we? That's the question. Are we part of this? Do we care?
What did you guys tell the dwarf? Did you guys agree to help them?
No. We said we had to speak to the rest of our party before we made any decisions. We didn't agree to anything. They weren't also offering us anything in the way of, like, you know, mercenary work. That this was like a purpose, like a big purpose. Like, these are people who are heroes who do good for the sake of it. Which, I mean, I'm not opposed to, but I do like to make a bit of money. I don't know. I find it really hard to, especially when we have 3 baby dragons, which could potentially be a really important ally to humanity if we raise them right. It just seems like seems more important, honestly, than chasing this cult down.
We could spend some time raising the dragons and then go after the cult, because they are still fairly... What's the word? They can still be influenced if you think about it, since they are young, so... Last thing we want is the cult to do some magic shenanigans.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's a really pressing concern, to be honest. Like, we have
They're
no
already
idea...
controlling dragons, so...
Well, we don't know that for sure, but it's certainly possible. We don't know what this cult is capable of. It's just, we know that it's a dragon cult, and I think it's reasonable to be cautious about that. Because, I mean, I would be absolutely heartbroken if we go chasing after this cult and then some dragon wizard steals our dragons and makes them evil. I mean, that's a huge if, don't get me wrong, but we just know so little, and I'll be honest, these guys weren't very informative. I mean, we're definitely not in any rush to make any decisions or go anywhere just yet, so I think we can spend the night here with the dragons, make sure they're happy, get them down to bed okay. We have time, I think, to go into town and do shopping, maybe in pairs.
Yeah, we definitely need to have someone here with the dragons.
Yeah,
Just to watch over
100%.
them.
We cannot leave these dragons alone just yet. So I think
No, definitely not.
if we split up into pairs and we go and do our shopping, you know, wash ourselves if there's a bathhouse or a tavern with a bathroom available. And I think it would be a good idea to maybe talk to these guys in the morning in the cold light of day when one of them is fucking sober. And can speak a bit more sense, just to get a bigger picture of what's going on. Like, if these guys... Go on.
You guys went drinking with one of them?
Yeah, we had to. He wouldn't talk to us unless we had a drink.
And you didn't bring us booze?
Oh, we did actually. He gave us
yeah.
a giant bottle of wine.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Lila
Go
doesn't
on.
need any more booze tonight, so you guys can have that.
It's a very large bottle. It's as big as her arm.
Before I start gambling.
Now, is this the...
Apple.
Guys, is this the lesson we want to set to our new babies?
They aren't even paying
No.
attention to you.
What are they doing? Are they playing?
They're eating, playing, sniffing around. They're staying close to you, but they're kind of, you know, doing baby things.
If they start to get too far from the car, I'll like call them back.
Baby
Baby things.
things.
Just goo
Does
goo
that all sound
gaga.
good though? Does that all sound
Wait,
good
like-
though?
Goo goo gaga.
Yes.
Just stay in town, look after our baby dragons, do some shopping, see if we can get some more information from these potential allies. But unless
should
something
also-
changes, I'm not in a rush to chase after a cult.
We should
No.
check a library at least to see if they have anything that
About
could help us
dragons.
understand, yes, how
Yeah.
dragons grow, how much time they spend as a baby,
Yeah.
because we might need that information.
Well, I think they live for like hundreds of years, so I don't think they're going to grow into adult dragons anytime soon.
But they might have a growth spurt at some point, and we need to know that.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think these are normal dragons.
Which makes
They
it even more
seem
worrying if you think
Yeah.
about it, because we
No,
can't
you're
expect
right.
it.
You're 100% right. We don't know what to expect with these dragons at all. That's
It
why
would
I
be
think
nice to at least know the
being-
basics.
Yeah, being cautious will serve us well, I think.
Mhm.
But there is maybe a possible benefit to finding some of these dragon cultists and making them talk one way or another. Maybe they know more about these dragons, baby dragons. I mean, they left them behind, I'm guessing, for a reason.
Who knows, maybe the babies will sniff out the bad guys who abandoned them and just eat them alive.
Could be. Could be. But we just don't know enough to make any decisions yet, so I think let's go to sleep for tonight, cuddle up with our
Tomorrow
baby
shopping,
dragons.
library, and then we decide what we do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's definitely talk to those two dudes again. Tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're going to sleep?
Sleepy time, cuddle pile with the
Yeah.
dragons.
Yep, I'm gonna cuddle up with my new baby dragon.
Just cuddle
I'm
up to
gonna
them to
cuddle
like
up with my
touch
fist
these
in my dragon.
The dragons notice that
Yeah.
you guys are all starting to get ready for bed. You get your bed rolls and, tighten up the tent, carriage, start getting ready to put out the fire. And they all notice this, and they all immediately dart towards you guys and snuggle up and lay down. You would think that newborn dragons would be full of energy, but they seem to know what's going on. Strangely, they seem to understand exactly what's happening and settle in with you for the night as you all settle in and take a long rest outside the city. And that is where we will end the session.
Yay!
Oh,
Yay!
Baby dragons!
Baby
That definitely is a
dragon.
good way to end it.
Not exactly any way how I had this planned, but fuck it, we ball.
aha! We always ruin your plans. We're the perfect companion.
You did, because I was not expecting to go back and get 2 extra dragon eggs.
I mean, if you never offered it, we wouldn't have gone back.
I didn't. Red mentioned
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was my
let's-
idea.
yeah.
And
but you agreed
technically-
to it.
Well, I couldn't stop you. You guys had the
we
chance to
whatever
do
the
it.
fuck we want. The DM has to figure out what to do with us.
Yeah,
You
I've
could have
It is,
said
now
that
we
they
have the
magically
dragons.
disappeared, or the cave collapsed, or something. You could have prevented it, but
I
you
could
agreed
have,
to
but
it.
again,
This is the most fun outcome.
this is the outcome that
It
we
is,
have.
We have three fresh baby dragons. I think this is the rule of cool, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and that's the best way to do it. I could have done a lot of things. I could have had the egg explode and kill Leela, but I didn't.
Could have had 3 evil dragons come out and try and
Yeah.
kill us, and we have to.
Instead,
them down.
I've given you three dragons.
We
Baby
could have rolled for
dragons.
initiative.
Good thing I did the deck thoughts, huh? Ha, 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 ha.
I honestly was already
well,
gonna
this-
I think we spent
like
a week on the
I'll
road.
I'll be honest with you guys before we end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I was already going to give you one. Like I was already planning to have it be an ally to you. Then you got the other
Oh, we
the other two.
decided that
and I was
one is
like-
not enough.
I was like
We have
I was
three.
originally gonna plan to just give it to Luna because, she was the one that originally was like, let's just save them. So I was like, okay, well I'll give it to Luna, and then you took the other two, and I was like, oh shit. So I was like, okay, got to figure this out. But no, I feel this is the most fun outcome because it adds more to it, and it gives me a chance to think about how to implement 3 baby dragons.
We would probably need the sheets for them or something like that, right?
For right now, because I'm looking at it, and it seems
Eventually.
that even the wormlings, as like the lowest tier dragons, are exceedingly powerful, and I don't think
They are.
I don't think it'd be a good idea to give you wormlings as an assistance. So for right now, they won't assist in combat, and if they do get into combat, it'll be very basic stuff. We won't have them start breathing fire just yet.
No, that's so valid. That's so valid.
But I feel this is the most fun, and this makes a lot of sense. Regardless of what anybody says, I think having 3 baby dragons is fun in terms of this. And again, as long as we're having fun, who f***ing cares about the rules? As long as we keep within it.
Rules suck.
They do, but we do need them occasionally.
Dragons.
Yeah, I was looking through it. I was like, okay, how many dragon types are there? And I was like, oh, okay. Because I was already planning to have the 1 egg that you had already thing. I was like, all right, well, I'll have it shift into something else. Because, I thought that would be pretty cool. And then you took the other 2, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I gotta do it for all 3 of them. So I was like, okay. And apparently there's 5 different types of each one. There's more, but I was like, you know what? Let's just do the 3 different types. The chromatic, metallic, and gem. And then fuck it.
Yeah, I forgot there were gem dragons. That's gonna be cool.
I mean,
didn't even know there existed.
I have somebody made a Google sheet of the dragons for 5e, and blue dragons apparently are vain, territorial, dramatic, lord's power over other creatures, patient and methodical,
Criminals.
drags
Yeah,
out
that's
conflict, enjoys feeling a sense of superiority. Bronze dragons oppose and fight against tyranny, will fight for good. And then sapphire dragons, militant and territorial, focused on war strategy, focuses on protecting against aberrations of the far realm. That's what they put down. So I'm like, okay, apparently those are pretty good, except for the blue one, who's gonna be a very.
They're all of a theme though. They're all fighters.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I've already committed. Let's commit more.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now I just got to figure out how to way to get you guys into this. Because we're turning this into freaking Dragon Sitter.
Yep.
But again, I'm having fun, and if you guys are having fun, that's all that matters.
Yes, and now we're gonna have even more fun.
As you try to raise
Baby
3
dragons.
baby dragons.
Babas.
Well, hopefully trying to stop whatever's going on with the cult. And we honestly didn't get very far. In terms of everything, you guys have only traveled, like, if we ignore the travel distance between from where you are to the town, you've only maybe traveled like 60 feet.
Not that far.
No, we traveled a week.
Well, I'm saying if we ignore like the week travel, because, you know,
Oh, right.
in total you traveled to an inn. You traveled to the town, spent most of the time debating on what to do, which again is what D&D is about. That's what I love.
100%.
Because you guys were like, I want to be honest, I wasn't thinking so deeply about that, but you guys were like super deep into it. I was like, God, I forgot this is what happens.
You keep forgetting, and we keep enjoying that you keep forgetting.
I know, and
That's
I
the
love
thing,
it. It's what makes this fun.
Often players will like think through a problem 20 times more than a DM ever does. So
Yeah.
like as a DM, you can like just sit there, listen to everything the players are saying, and go, "Oh, that's a good idea." yeah,
By
yeah,
the way-
that's what's gonna happen. Yeah,
I did write
Yeah.
write a note or two as you guys were talking.
Yeah, exactly. I do that all the time.
But I was like,
By the way,
you guys were go ahead.
Bronze dragons can't they can't chew their food. So they eat rocks.
Oh, well then
Nice.
instead of the squirrel or rabbit or whichever one it found a really big rock.
No, like it like, you know, swallows the food whole, and then it also eats rocks, so it like gets the crust in the tummy like some birds do.
Okay.
Yeah. So they just swallow the thing whole, and then they just eat some rocks, pieces of metal, and even coins, it says, which is fucking awesome, and that's so true, and that is just my type of dragon, because I also enjoy eating rocks.
I'm teaching our baby dragon how to cast magic spells.
And I'm teaching it to bite you.
I teach it to bite ankles.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, like the constant debate with you guys, like on what to do was, I'm like, I really want to just move it along, but at the same time, this is so much fun because it's like we're fully role playing. We haven't had a chance to really do that in this campaign so far. We've done a little bit the first session and the second one, but once we got more into combat with like everything going on, it was a little more difficult to really RP everything. But with this, like this one and yesterday and last week's was really, you know, had a lot more role play into it, and I'm really loving it. I'm loving it. I actually got to sit and just kind of listen to you guys for like a good 30 plus minutes.
Yeah, we did do some yapping today.
And that's good, because that's what it's kind of been. You were really just talking, and I got to role play a little bit, tried my best to get the characters across as best that the book told me. Because they did mention it's just their groups, and they're trying to get you guys to help. But you guys and your money, I gotta figure out how to get this. But I hope you guys had fun today. I hope you did.
I did.
I don't know. Well, are we gonna try it for next week as well? I don't know if there's any holidays.
Not sure, but we'll let you know.
I don't have any plans.
I don't
The
know.
goal is to do it next Sunday, but we'll see.
29.
Yeah, it's the
We
29th.
really want to keep doing it, but it's always so random when there's something happening, so we can't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
It really do.
For me, Sunday's always available. So if you guys ever want to, even if it's just to talk about D&D, if you guys want to get together, feel free to hit me up on Sundays. If we're not gonna
we can
do
always
full on
I'm
D&D.
going to hit Yasha.
We can always just join your stream and just talk, even without talking. I mean, streaming or D&Ding.
What? What about me? What?
She's just gonna hit you.
I'm just gonna hit you.
Yeah.
Why? You hit me all the time.
Well,
I was
somebody's
going
got
to say that we should level up soon again, but I'm like, yeah, who needs level up when we have dragons now?
You just leveled up. You haven't earned it yet. Quiet.
No, yeah, no. We
You
just
sure we haven't earned it? We just hatched 3 dragons.
No, you haven't earned it yet. You got 3 baby dragons. That's your level up.
That's what I'm saying, like, they are better than a level up, because now we have allies. Now we all have almost all of us have animals.
No, you're all co-parenting.
Might be a good idea to, like, if we can, try and angle up a time skip so we can deal with the baby dragon situation.
That's what I was going to say.
I will
like,
say
that's
that
why
the next part, if you guys continue, is going to take quite a while, time-wise.
Yeah, well, obviously we don't know what the book says to do.
Yeah.
But, like, if there does come an opportunity to be like, yeah, we're gonna go live in the mountains for a year and raise these dragons, right? That might be a good way of kind of like resolving it.
Yeah, that's why I recommended to check a book in the library, because I wasn't sure if we can do a time skip. So if we have the book that tells us more info, we can just say, okay, let's raise these dragons for a year or 2, then we go for the cultists.
I will say, from what you can tell, these dragons, these baby dragons don't seem normal. They definitely seem abnormal.
Yeah, but we can at least have a basic knowledge of what normal dragons are like.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
So we know what to expect at least.
Right
Who
now,
knows what kind of information is publicly available?
yeah, considering
I mean,
dragons
we won't know
don't.
until we check.
But
It
you're
is
taking a
merchant
nap.
city.
You're sleeping with
So-
your baby dragons as you all doze off to sleep.
Baby dragon.
Wait, since this is a merchant city, does that mean that there's a black market as well?
Probably. You'll have to check it
Well,
out when
it's
you.
not- check the- No, not selling the dragons, but if the library doesn't have books on dragons, the black market might have some.
Possibly. Something to look into.
You'll have to see if there's a black market anywhere around next session.
If we remember.
Because a lot of dragon characters in various campaigns, like adult dragons, often disguise themselves as humans because dragons can cast spells. If we can get to the point where they can do that, that will make our lives a lot easier. But it's going to be a case of like...
The moment we get to the point where they can fight, all fights are going to be easier.
It seems blue dragons cannot shape change. Bronze can, and sapphire cannot.
Ah, great. We're doing good then. Can they change size?
It's you can do it with like the polymorph spell as well. If they can learn spells, they could maybe learn the polymorph spell and then. But again, this is all like we'll just have to see how it goes.
Well, let's just take it one step at a time for right now.
Yeah, give the DM a lot of time to cook as well.
And prepare against all of our crazy ideas.
Oh fuck no! If I prepare against that, then there's no fun in it. Again, I had only planned to give you one, and you were like, "Let's go back and get two out the other two." I'm like, well, I could stop them, but this is much more fun.
Oh yeah, otherwise we might have gotten just one basic one. Now we have 3 different ones.
I was already gonna do like the random changing color thing. That was already
planned. We're gonna give us like one of those things like the Eevee from the Pokemon manga that can evolve and devolve back and forth.
Not that kind, but I was gonna give you I was gonna have it change depending on certain things.
Yeah, this is more interesting. That could have been fun too, especially for funny moments when we want a specific one and they fail and change into another one. But this is fun.
Yeah, so I hope you guys had fun. Thank you guys for watching, for hanging out. Thank you for the raid earlier. I don't know if there's anybody on that I could raid myself. You
can always check.
I am checking. Ooh, Scottzilla's on. Scott's up. We can raid him. So I'm going to head over to raid Scott, who's doing some artwork. So we're going to start the raid there. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I hope you all enjoy. We're going to be back hopefully next week. We'll find out or not. Until then, enjoy yourselves. Have some fun. Make love, not waffles. Yeah.
Waffles.
Bye, everybody.
That's the commandment.
Oh, God, ignored.